there was a moment of climax, cut to dark, lights come back up, and feathers are falling from the sky.
Cool.
To simulate the cum. Once there were 2 kings, and I was like...
Shrinking on Apple TV.
Bit of lapras action.
I could do lapras.
What kind of face do you think a pig would make if it was called Napoleon?
The removal of sugar from cock is Kaylee Cummings.
No.
Link's hat is more than just a hat.
The Legend of Zelda, Minish Captain Toad.
I've never heard
Never heard of Minish
of
Cap?
the Minish Cap.
No.
Oh.
I was giving you cap.
Look, he said hat.
I need Minish.
We got hat.
But cap was the connection.
This was on you.
Motherfucking swap.
Hello! And welcome to Back Pocket for Thursday, the 2nd of March. Coming to you live from the Low-Key Studios. It's a show with all the boys because it's starring. He rode all the way in here on his little bicycle and rang his little Nick Belling on the way in. We've been working him way too hard. He's very tired. Some could say he's got very little will. Very little Will is joining us as well. And if you want to snuggle up with this guy next to the fire, be careful, don't get too close because Peter burns if he gets too close to the fire. And over on the 1s and 2s, he's, what the fuck? He's there sliding in. What an entrance. He moves so quick because he's Josh Swift. It's fast. And it's me, Gus Ronald. My name doesn't really tie into anything, but Steph said I didn't have to write something funny for this, so I didn't. It's just me. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Tonight on the show, we talk about the games we played. We get up, we move around a bit because we're going to play a little bit of PSVR 2 and let you know what we think of it. And then we're all going to put on something nice. We're going to put on a little bit of cologne. We're going to pour a stiff drink. We're all going to turn up and say that we were there for only 5 minutes. We weren't waiting for too long. We weren't there half an hour early, stressing and sweating it out because we're going on a couple of dates. 10 dates to be more accurate. We're going to play a little FMWE. But before all of that, before I go, I've got nervous date energy. I've got nervous.
This is amazing. This is like, I don't know how to interject because your energy is like, it's big tonight.
Well, we talked about this before we got started, but Little Will and I have been working on some particularly boring work for like the last 48 hours. Particularly boring. And so the second the camera went live, I was like, yay, fun shit again. So I'm very excited to be here tonight. But I wasn't here last week. I watched you guys all have a wonderful fun time. You were here, and you're back. It's lovely to be with you here as well.
I'm in a Gus sandwich.
Ooh.
Got a bit of Gus on both sides.
Aren't you the sandwich?
It's a Nick sandwich.
It's a Nick sandwich.
That's
I'm the
true.
bun. I'm the bread.
On Gus.
On
Gus.
thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll get a Nick on Gus.
Yeah.
Nick, Gus.
Yes.
Which and Gus is just generic white.
Yeah.
I've never fit that more accurately. But we'll go around the horn. Will.
Me.
It was your mum's birthday.
It was my mum's
recently.
birthday.
How is your mum?
She's great. It was a lovely birthday. It was a lovely dinner.
Good.
There's nothing exciting to be said
cook?
about it. No, she didn't. We had a nice little meal. It was.
Did you cook?
I didn't cook. I did suggest
You do
the
sausages. We know you do a mean sausage.
Mean sausage and bacon wrapped in bacon. I'm good with that too.
Okay.
It's not a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's pork. It's pork tenderloin wrapped in bacon.
I think we've said this before as well.
Yeah, it's a big.
You got to keep up, mate.
Yeah.
Double pork.
The
It's double
culinary
pork.
industry moves fast.
Pork wrapped in pork. But no, we went. I suggested the thing, and then she was like, "Let's go have a nice meal," which was great.
Nice.
So did you go out or you had it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because my meal wouldn't have been nice.
No,
and it was great. But Mum did the I'm gonna have a little bit of everything from everyone, and it was constant through the night. But it's her birthday.
Oh, she grazed on your
She was
plate.
grazing.
So did she order a meal herself, or did she?
She always orders an entree, and that's it, and then
Oh,
just
then
deals with
sees
the
all the mains
Okay.
and goes like, "Ooh, wouldn't mind a little bit of it's
Yeah.
my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm gonna have
She's
a little,
clever. Yeah.
So what did she steal from you?
I had a lovely gnocchi.
Yeah.
Always-
Gnocchi's very shareable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
It
If
is.
you
Yeah.
get segmented meals that are easily picked at, you
Yeah,
get yourself a
yeah.
big sirloin.
If someone has to
Yeah.
cut a piece of your meal off,
Yeah. When they have to
Yes.
lean over and shake the table
Yeah.
as they cut through your meat. Nah.
Do I give them the best bit, or do they need the?
Give them a bit of fat and marrow.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah. I should just order spicy food because I don't like spicy food.
There you go.
Because then that's just a block out.
Do you like spicy
Can
food?
you handle spicy food
That's
anymore?
critical
I
whether
put up
you like
with it.
spicy. Yeah, okay.
Because it's a real fucking power move
Yeah,
to sit
yeah.
there and eat chili in front of your mum, being like,
You can have
happy
this.
birthday.
Yes,
Do you want some of this?
Yeah, no, it was lovely. I also, last weekend, went and saw Not Another Dungeons & Dragons podcast recorded
cool.
live,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And I've never been, like, that's kind of my first exposure to Dungeons
Is
and
that the
Dragons.
one with some
Jake,
college
good
to
fame?
know. Dyson drama.
brutal.
What?
His first experience of a Dungeons and Dragons
Oh, fuck.
podcast style program.
Ouch.
Well, I didn't watch.
You didn't watch the successful one-run series Power Bottom?
Twice. Oh, we never revealed that name, did we?
Oh, and we never will.
I think we did.
On
I think
post
we did.
show?
Maybe
We maybe did on the post show. We will tonight on the post
Yeah, we
show.
should.
There's
We'll
talk
Dyson
about
for
it.
you.
Should play that card.
Dyson.
That's what it was called.
Dyson Drama.
Dyson Drama.
Yeah,
Dyson
yeah.
Drama.
But this was not that. But yeah, it was great fun. It's a bunch of college humor, ex-college humor people.
Yeah, cool.
Really cool. Really, yeah, a really cool way to expose myself to it. There was other ways too, and you can watch them right now on this YouTube channel if you're watching
too
it
late,
tomorrow
mate.
after the hour of 12.
It's too late
Because
for
in
a plug.
half an hour he will expose himself.
Yeah.
Half an
All
hour.
right, Peter.
So if you're watching tomorrow, you can watch it.
You
in
can
the
see
VOD.
that happen. Yeah.
Where's your wife? What's going on?
She's at a bloody Viking party.
Bloody Viking party.
Yeah, she's
That sounds very her.
She had something cooler to do.
Is she going to come home like braided, blood down one side, like thrilled from the hunt?
Yeah,
Or-
I expect if she doesn't sacrifice a goat, one will have been sacrificed near enough to her to spray a bit of blood.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Just to come back with a little...
Yeah, you wanna like that's a sign that
You wanna be in the front
You
two
frame that
rows.
shirt. It's like this
You
is
may
where,
get sacrificial blood from down here.
Yeah. When we saw Singing in the Rain at the Lyric Theatre, it was like the front two rows might get splashed
Might get blood.
a little bit.
That umbrella scene. Oh, God! Fun.
Yeah.
And Nick, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
reckon
Very good to be back.
You're happy to do another one of these?
Totally.
Excellent.
Totally. I love
Excellent.
it. Love it.
I watched the Centipede game.
Oh, yes?
I was driving. I was shouting. I was furious that people weren't either getting them quick enough or they were getting them too quick.
Too quick.
I think you should be. I agreed in the car as I drove that you should be banned from that game.
But that's shit for me. Right, now, when I'm away, Nick, you come on the show, you run that.
Either that or like you're a team on your own.
Yeah.
It's everyone on you.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Or he gets like a lightning round every couple of goes.
I just
yeah.
play
Like he
my
doesn't
own
get-
version of the game.
Yeah, in the
Somewhere
corner.
else.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch that one, you can go watch it on the YouTube channel. It is
After the hour of
hilarious.
12.
All your games are great, and I'm
Thank
not here to play one because we're not doing one tonight.
We're not doing one. tonight.
Because you're going to
Sorry.
save up Name My Cousin for the next time you're on that one. Yes, fucking Name My
I
Cousin.
promise you will name my
I will
cousins
do
one day.
I will do my homework. I will learn all the cousins.
It's not Steve.
There's no Steve.
There's no Steve.
No, that's
Steve.
Critically, there's no
lesson
Steve.
one if you play
Yeah,
Name My
yeah.
Cousin. No
What lessons
Steves.
1, 2, and 3? There's no Steve.
Good. We've got a lot of show to get through. We've got a lot of games to play, but we're also going to get through a little bit of backup because that's the next segment. It's called A Little Bit of Backup.
Oh, so backed up. So backed up.
Oh man. Oh, that's what the bit should be after that segment break. It should be. When was the last time you ate too much cheese?
Yeah.
So my options, for animating that was a business guy backing his car into someone,
Yeah.
or a pockety getting a colonic irrigation.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it.
Colonic irrigation.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an enema. But that's
Yeah.
an interesting way of term. Like that's
That's
an
another word for enema.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
more
yeah,
complex, and people go like, "That sounds so that sounds so detailed." You might have had one.
Because enema is a fancy word.
Yeah, but
It sounds like it's from the Latin.
colonic irrigation
Colonic
sounds
irrigation
like
is so
something
much
they're
better.
doing on
It
your
sounds
street,
like-
which is why
yeah.
you can't park there.
Yeah. My therapist is like next door to a colonic irrigation place, and it's just like every time I go, I have to be very careful about which door.
Which
I
door you
go
go
to.
Wild.
So, a little bit of backup is sponsored by EvilSpyBoy. Thank you very much, EvilSpyBoy, for sponsoring Back Pocket. This week, as always, get your exclamation mark spy boys out in the chat. Be like Evil Spy Boy and bring some of your own generosity to Food Bank Australia. You can donate to Food Bank Australia at foodbank.org.au or visit tasteofmultifish.com to find out more.
Nice.
I brought Pokemans this week.
Yeah.
On Monday, we had the Pokemon Presents, which just baffles me how much content that company is doing just for a single
Well,
franchise.
wait till we see the stuff they're releasing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the best of it was right at the top.
Yeah.
We
Look at that
put
thing.
this on and we all like leant up to the screen and were like, "That's the best fucking CG I've ever seen."
I know, right?
Until we realized it is actually an animatronic,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
which is like, are they selling this? Like, this should be the first thing they're like, if you want this, $10,000
It feels
Pikachu.
attainable now.
It does.
I want it so bad.
Yeah.
Fucking cute.
Really interesting stuff, and they're going everywhere. They're doing everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I interrupt? Is this the first one of these they've had? Because this is the first I've heard of one.
No,
they've
Pokemon
done-
Presents
they do
happen
quite a
quite
few.
frequently.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's just like they've got like
Pokemon's
various.
a really big, important
I
series.
know. I didn't know they had their own direct or their own showcase. that
Yeah.
I've clearly slept on.
They have. There's one very handsome man
Coming up.
who also appears in this. Not that this man's not handsome.
He's fine.
There's a lot to get through.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
started
yeah.
with that.
Okay,
Ugly man. No, sorry.
so first thing,
Please.
that they are re-releasing the initial Pokemon trading card game.
Right.
All of the cards from the initial one, which means your shiny Charizard's going to be worthless.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, probably not, because there will be some marker
be-
that indicates
yeah.
that
Yeah,
it's
okay,
like,
yeah,
a
version two.
reprint or whatever.
Yep.
But you will be able to buy a very luxe-looking package and it's like, in the ad, it's like adults playing the Pokemon.
This ad
only.
looked like 50
Suits.
Shades of Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
they were like
Yeah.
in this sexy. It's just near the front, I think. But like,
It was before this clip.
it's not this
Yeah.
adorable looking.
We'll get to this.
Yeah.
But the way they played it, they had like a little
machine.
spin ball drop machine
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
side
yeah.
of it, which is what piqued me and Will's interest.
Yeah, no, it looks phenomenal.
Roulette, count me in.
What's that? That's what gambling. And went, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm not a TCG person, but I'm absolutely going to buy it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's
okay.
just so, it's nostalgia wrapped up. The original 151 gets...
Did you collect them back in the day?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I bought Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
So many people at my school bought Pokemon cards. They got
Yeah.
banned.
Yeah, they
'cause,
got banned at every school.
That happened at every school. But none of us knew how to play because
Yeah.
we couldn't read. So we just were like, oh, cool Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
It's probably better than my
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
We definitely, at our school, focused heavily on
this handsome man?
the trait. Yeah,
This
that's
is
handsome.
handsome.
What do you
Beautiful
look at?
man.
How come
Beautiful
on?
this
Look
man
at
is.
that. You can't ask, is this the handsome man?
Well, there might have been a more handsome one coming.
There doesn't get more handsome.
No.
It doesn't. He's in every Pokemon Presents, and you would know this if you watched them. They're important videos because of him.
I watched all of this. You didn't even watch it.
I watched it.
okay, fine.
Okay. Trading cards. Yeah, we understood the trading card, but not the game.
Yeah.
We were like, we'll trade the cards.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's okay.
Is that the
maybe,
game?
maybe it's a more universal experience than I thought then.
Yeah, we never played
Because
it.
it was just like I became an adult and found them, and I was like, oh, actually, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's very playable. So it's good. It's good. Up next, Netflix making a new animated series. The studio behind Netflix's anime, Rila Kumar and Kaoru, and they're like a stop motion CG. It's CG with like a plasticine stop motion feel.
And like a low frame rate.
Low
and that
frame
kind of
rate,
thing.
yeah.
Yep.
It looks adorable. There aren't many details on this one, but the tagline is, "I'm happy when you're happy."
This is Pokemon
And it's-
Josh, can you
Concierge.
please pause the video quickly? The Pokemon news is important, but I first want to work out why they've blurred whatever's on her jacket.
Oh yeah. Well, it's,
What do you think is on there? Is it like
you
her
want-
blood type?
No, are you sure that's not the design? Like it
gonna
is.
say, do you reckon-
it's
do you reckon
blurred.
it's
Is it
because-
track?
She just moved her hand through it.
Do you reckon it's because she wore it inside out and she doesn't want it to be obvious that that's the label?
It's just got dry cleaning instructions on the inside. Do not tumble dry. Oh, we're enhancing.
We're going.
Enhance,
Holy
enhance.
shit. Okay.
Yep. All right. And it is blurred. Resume motion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels
Resume motion.
Yeah,
That's a
for
good
sure.
question.
Yeah. Good point. Does it
buttons
just
are the
say
right way, though.
binge or stand or something?
So the series is called Pokemon Concierge, and it follows a concierge named Haru who works at a Pokemon resort. Appears to have a Psyduck companion. Not many details on that one, but it looks it just
Very
looks
small
adorable.
amount of footage of it. It looked cute even in that style. I was like, I thought that was a game for a second. I was like, yes, that'd be adorable, like Link's Awakening. But
Yeah.
it's a show. There
There
it
it
is.
is.
It's just again.
There he
Oh,
is.
look at that cute.
There he
Look at that
is.
cutie.
I want the whole show to be isometric or whatever angle this
Yeah,
is, like
that's
top down.
true. That
Yeah,
Do a
yeah.
top-down show
Yeah.
where they all
Yeah.
have to look up all the time.
Then we jumped into a bunch of games that I wasn't aware were still relevant. So Pokemon Unite. Correct me on pronunciation. Is it Zacian? Zacian?
That one.
That one there. Whoever they are, they joined the fray.
That's from it's one of the dogs from Sword and Shield. And,
right. Okay.
They just,
It's a dog with a bat. What the
like,
fuck?
it-
It's a tuxedo dog.
it's a dog with a sword in its mouth.
I'm kind of amazed that this game is still getting support and new content. Like, they're just.
I mean, we
pumping
stopped
through
playing it, but we
Yeah.
loved it when we picked it up at the start.
Yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not surprised that it is still successful. I think it's a really great game. I guess
still free to play on.
yeah, and it's on mobile and
Mobile,
stuff.
so-
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know the figures, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is doing quite well financially.
Yeah.
Mobile games do amazing in Asia as well, so it's
Yeah.
like that thing of
True.
it's tailored for that. There's the Asia Champions
And-
League final.
And this is like an aside for this is that the Pokemon Champions League, which is like Unite, the TCG,
Yeah.
and also
the digital version of the trading card game as well.
yeah.
wow.
That's everything.
Huge event, huge event,
Massive. They had the Melbourne one pretty recently.
Yeah, right.
It's like a global tour. It's crazy.
But more importantly,
People love Pokemon.
can I eat a Pokemon, Peter?
Yes, in Pokemon Cafe.
Is that what this is?
I think so, yeah. So the other game that I'm kind of
I was very confused until I saw, I guess it was
Oh my god!
little sticks of garlic being poured onto something.
There we go.
Yeah, so Pokemon Cafe, which is an Android and iOS Pokemon Cafe remix, rather.
Oh, okay.
An Android and iOS puzzle game is adding the 3 starters from Scarlet and Violet.
Yep.
Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley.
Quaxley.
Yeah.
They were all correct pronunciations.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, Zacian.
So they're just, I feel like they're doing a really I don't know. There is something for everyone, no matter what age or kind of interest in Pokemon you
Totally,
have.
yeah.
And, whether it's nostalgic or extremely modern, you can, they're trying to cater for everyone rather than.
Oh, I would never eat that.
What frightened you?
I think I was going to say, because we're just on the back of a main release as well, I imagine this presents is here's a lot of small things that are in different realms of the world of Pokemon, because they don't have a mainline game to be and there's this one coming
Well,
soon.
Yeah.
They have DLC for Scarlet.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, speaking of the mainline game, Scarlet and Violet are getting DLC. There is, they literally just put 2 new Paradox Pokemon in the game
Oh my
this
goodness.
week. It is, and their names are Walking Wake and Iron Leaves.
Wow.
Okay.
And they are Paradox Pokemon, so that
So-
means they're encounterable in the raid stuff that they have in that game?
Yeah, so if you jump into one of the raid rooms where, if you remember when we played,
Yeah,
we
that
had
big purple
heaps of fun
void.
together playing cooperative.
Josh gets
Josh,
it.
it's not funny. Yeah, you jump into that room and you're all fighting the one boss, and then you all get an opportunity to catch the Pokemon. They were made available through that, but the Paradox stuff was part of the storyline of someone trying to build a machine to bring dimensions together.
Yeah.
So the fact that they have weird names like Walking Wake is true to the Pokemon that came through from a
Right,
Paradox
okay.
realm, where they have names that are way more descriptive than
Yeah, because I
kind of
saw
animal names that
Walking
you-
Wake and I was like,
that's gotta be wrong.
It's Suicune. It's just
Yeah.
It's just
yes,
Suicune,
it absolutely
but-
is. Yeah, it's an alternate universe-y version of them.
Yeah, right. Cool. And then it's getting proper DLC. So there's a 2-part DLC drop happening over the course of this year. So part 1 will drop in American Spring 2023, and I looked this up. It is March to May, and part 2 is dropping in Summer 2023, which is June to August. But essentially, you'll be visiting a new school on a new island, and so technically, brand new region, brand new legendaries, brand new Pokemon. So this was something that I only just kind of learned that they, I guess, a new paradigm that they're starting from Sword and Shield or the Switch games onwards.
Yeah.
Which is like, we're not going to get the Pokemon Yellow, the Pokemon Emerald, the like third iteration that is kind of like a mashup of the two main lines.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like DLC stories tacked on to the main games.
Yeah. I mean, there's such incredible storytellers over at the Pokemon Company that
But tell me this.
it really is a treat to get a...
It is. But tell me this, Nick. Can I sleep with my Pokemon?
You sure can now. So
Peter's already like beaten us to the punch with that stream we did earlier.
yeah, so yeah. Well, I guess, you know, the DLC Pokemon will add some more. We'll probably have to revisit Smash and Pass.
that's
true.
But yes, you will be able to sleep with your Pokemon. In particular, I think you'll be starting out with Pikachu,
Of course.
Nicholas. Yeah.
I don't want to say sluttiest Pokemon, but, you know, the one that everyone knows.
The most available.
Yeah, but when
The
you
most
say it,
sought
we
after.
all go...
Yeah. But yeah, so there is a new accessory coming for Pokemon Go called the Pokemon Go Plus Plus.
Fucking hate this name.
Yep.
And the title is plus in
with a-
text and then a plus
with a
next
plus.
to it.
Yeah.
So it's called a plus plus.
Yeah, because the Pokemon Go Plus is a device that already exists.
So that's the ball or the dongle on the phone?
Yeah, so it's like a little dongle that you would like clip to your bag, and
That's
you
right,
could
yeah.
use it to kind of rotate gyms, I think.
Cool.
And then also like you could it would vibrate when you were near a
Near a
Pokemon that you
Pokemon,
cool,
so-
kind of like auto catch it. by
But
just,
it's a cool, like,
tapping.
everyone knows the Pokeball is a cool design at its core. So it's like, it's wearing that was cool to be like, you wear it with pride. kind
yeah,
of thing.
totally.
People were wearing badges and
Totally.
like patches and Pokeballs all over themselves already anyway. So
Yeah.
it totally just like fit into an aesthetic.
Totally.
Yeah.
And essentially the accessory here is that same accessory, but also with sleep tracking capabilities. So you will be able to go to sleep
Morning.
at night.
Morning. Did you fuck your Pokemon?
Yes, I did. Oh dear.
So you'll hit a button just before you go to sleep, and Pikachu will wish you good night or whatever. And then I believe you can also put it into like a light
Like
snore,
snore
so
mode.
that so that you can
Which I will say it's fucking adorable when
Yeah, that's
Scardy
pretty-
snose.
yeah.
But if I have a little
Also, it makes the noise.
speaker,
Yes. Oh,
a little
fuck off.
speaker sitting
Like a-
next to me going,
Well, if we bring the
No.
footage back up, by the looks of it, so the idea is it's basically tracking how well you sleep as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
which is what
yeah, it's a
phones
full-on
have,
sleep tracker. Yeah.
which is what phones have done when you could lie next to it and it would sense if you're
Exactly.
you know, rocking around.
And Pokemon Company get all of that data now.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, they fucking would, for sure.
God.
They
Yeah.
would have databases full of it. One of the funniest videos on the internet right now is compilations of people putting funny sleep app sounds like
Yes.
in a compilation. So it's
Yeah.
like it'll go off if you make a loud noise. Like it's snoring, so it starts recording so you can play back in the morning. Or if you talk in your sleep, it
Yeah.
records and you can play back in the morning. And it's just...
So what?
I watched one the other day that was the funniest farts on the sleep data. And it was like, there was one that was a guy farts and then a cat goes...
You sure it wasn't a follow-up fart? Because I'm like,
cheeky.
could have been a, you know.
There was a cat. They all have a name because it was like the recording was someone just screen recording their phone going through them because they're all rated.
because they're rated and ranked. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like just a keyword fart, and they were going through and just hitting play. And it was like,
It's
You gotta look
definitely
it
a
up.
show with all boys on the show tonight.
Sure is.
you have to look
Sure
it up.
is.
You have to look it up.
Yeah, so another kind of interesting thing that this device is going to do is going to match you to the Pokemon that sleeps most like you. So you'll wake up in the morning and you'll get your data and it'll be like, you're a real Snorlax last night. Or
I was going to say, okay, give me another one, because that's the only one you've got that is a sleeping Pokemon.
know, right?
You're like, oh, you really digletted it up last night. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah,
It means you
yeah.
butt plugged yourself up.
Yeah, no, it's feckle.
Yeah, so you'll get like there's a whole series of various
Mr. Mime is you don't make a noise all night.
stand in the
You
corner
just
of the
stand
room
in
with
the
your
corner.
arms up. Yes.
That's creepy.
So it's not only going to
Sorry, Ditto should like put your snore back to you. Is it because
amazing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
should snore and then
And
it
then
does
you
it
get like
back?
the
Snores
superposition of the waves, so they cancel each other out, and it's silent in the room.
Oh, we went too far
You're
with this.
perfect.
And the Mr. Mime's like, nah. So at some point, not yet, but they have announced plans that the sleep data that you collect with this will be fed back into Pokemon Go, and you will start encountering Pokemon who sleep like you.
Okay.
Which seems weird and creepy to me.
I thought by the looks of the trailer, just skimming it, I thought the idea was that some of that progress of sleeping would be carried over. It's just to tailor ones you might meet in the wild. It's not like you,
Right.
Because I might be getting it wrong. It had like sleep modes, but then it was showing the correlation between the Pokemon Go and Pokemon you're sleeping with app being like, well done, your progress carries over. And I'm like, progress? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. The idea is that now you just meet ones that you sleep like.
When you say that makes sense, and then you say that string of words,
I just fell off my
you
own
saw
cliff
how
of
it
logic.
didn't make sense,
by
right?
realizing as I said that, I'm like, wait a minute, that's fucking batshit crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, and it's it's a weird paradigm for the Pokemon company to be getting into, but who can stop them at this point?
Well, totally. I mean, like,
I just want to know if there's a sleep paralysis demon Pokemon mode.
Oh,
That's your alarm clock
I
in the
hate
morning.
that.
No, that's got to be a thing that exists.
Yeah, and I mean, they've always tried to be a lifestyle. Well, not always, but they've had lifestyle style things for a long time. Before they even had the Pokemon Go one, they had the Pokemon Step Tracker.
Yep.
Like,
Which
I can't even
contributed
remember.
XP to you'd load a Pokemon onto
Yeah,
it, and then
it was an experience. Like, so you just sit there shaking until you
as
get
you walked
experience
around.
boost for your
That's
Pokemon.
right. Yeah.
And that was like mid-noughties, I think.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah.
been a long time that they've been dabbling in this space. And yeah, Sleep Tracker is weird. It's always weird when they enter the space, but then
Yeah.
it becomes like normal. They just have a way of like owning it so hard they normalize that they're in the space.
How would you feel like bringing someone home, pulling back the bed sheets, and there's a fucking Pokemon tracker in your
Then you
bed?
say, I choose you.
Sorry, Pikachu's just got to go in the middle. That's okay. I just like
Weird.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They've got their little hooks into kind of every aspect of life. And for everyone, which is like super impressive, I think.
Yeah. Overall, I thought the thing was well put together. Like, it was an engaging presentation, knowing that companies have to put together these like 25, 30-minute things that are bouncing between products and all that kind of stuff. Apart from the like hypnotic Pikachu animatronic that I want. I was kind of like, when I went through it all, I was like, okay, there's a good range of stuff that they're making. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Good on
Yeah, it
the
was a-
Pokemon
yeah.
company.
They-
Continue to...
Continue to impress. And I'm excited about playing expansion stuff to Scarlet Violet because I liked Scarlet Violet, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
And I'd like a little more contained version of it. I think that'd be a cool way to experience that. Because, I mean, Arceus felt a bit more contained.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I preferred that.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see whether they like, what their next mainline hit will look like.
And I've always wanted to sleep with a Psyduck. So...
And with that, we're going to go to our next segment.
Thumbs.
Thumb segment.
Thumbs are still
the
so
thumb.
good.
I
They'll
just
never
love
get
it.
old.
When are we going to
Love
get bored
those
of the
thumbs.
thumbs?
Never get bored of them.
Thanks to BuriBuri for those thumbs, because BuriBuri brings us this segment, and we like to have fun here. And so
Where's this going?
I just...
It's his only bit.
It's my bit. We like to have fun here. It's true. And the fun that we like to have is reading weird legal laws from across the world.
Legal laws.
Legal laws.
It goes to
I
illegal
guess
laws.
It'd be weird if there were illegal laws.
It'd be a good defense. It'd
Cancel
be
out.
a defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good defense.
Not a good one. But this one is good. In France, it is against the law to sell an ET doll. Now, the reason behind that is they have a law forbidding the sale of dolls that do not have human faces,
Oh?
which is interesting.
Hang on.
Because what defines a doll in this case?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're action figures, Mom.
They're not dollies, mother.
But is that just saying any alien
Yeah.
doll action figure over there? The French
do
are
they
like,
sell-
How is that different to
How do they sell any?
like dogs or like
Yeah.
toys?
Well, I'm sure animals like
They're not a doll.
anything that
They're
exists
not a
in
doll.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a toy.
Yeah.
That's a toy.
Which then means that there was at some point a specific ET doll.
That
had
really
to be
like,
ripped from the shelves.
Hey, Will, what face do you reckon the ET doll was pulling?
Hang on, wait.
All right, get on it, Dolphin Pets.
For some reason, this bit just keeps coming back.
It will never
I was going to claim one.
There it
Without
is.
the mic. There we go.
That's kind of the best one you've done yet. I'll be honest.
They're going to keep getting better.
Look forward to it next week.
And this is the games we've been playing. And speaking of things that are getting better, before we get to your game, Peter,
Yes.
has Destiny gotten a little bit better?
Destiny has gotten a little bit more. There's more of the same.
Yep.
Destiny 2 Lightfall is not the game we're going to be talking about
No.
too much this week because we're just diving into it. It's quite a large expansion. It came out yesterday, and a lot of people in chat would have already jumped into it and played through the campaign, if not all of it, most of it. It's they're pretty kind of tight experiences, but the campaign isn't the only thing that kind of happens with a new DLC. There's seasonal content that kind of gets fed through, and there's a raid coming out next week. So, Steph, I'm sure will be really keen to talk about it next week. So we'll talk about it together, and we'll have experienced more of everything this stuff has to offer. And then the raid, I'll be doing a day one raid.
Which is when again?
Because Saturday the 11th.
Okay, all right. It's going to be another one of those like
all
5 a.m.
days.
all days. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
So that's going to be a nightmare.
Well, I've installed it.
Nice.
So nothing has changed.
I'm gonna jump into it tomorrow. I think give the campaign a go. I did manage to do the Witch Queen campaign on Legendary solo. That was my
shit.
How do I go? And it was a hell of an experience. It's tough.
Yeah.
So
and the game has been uninstalled since, right?
The game has been uninstalled since out of fury from that campaign.
Yeah.
And are you going to solo Lightfall campaign? Because as someone sitting next to me in a yellow chair, can I promise I'd love to do this. I'd love to play this with you. All right, done. All right.
It's one of those things where it's like I really do enjoy the story content that Destiny has to offer. I think I've made my problems with Destiny known, and I feel awful sitting in this chair in particular, sitting on Destiny, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm keen to jump in and check it out.
Cool. Yeah, cool. Nice. Well, the game I'm actually going to talk about is Sons of the Forest.
Fuck yeah.
Survival horror game, a sequel to the 2014 The Forest. But this one tries to kind of wrap its claws into you with a kind of narrative setup that is kind of built to intrigue, to pull you through what are pretty familiar survival horror mechanics. Collecting logs, building a cabin, building a bed so you're safe, and then gathering enough resources to venture out and kind of expand your kit so that you can then go on further and further adventures and start building satellite bases around an island.
Because the first game, we played a little of the first game.
We played a little when it first dropped.
And it was early access of the first game, so they were still sort of finding their feet. And that one had a intriguing but very, anemic story at the beginning that was you and your child, I think, were on a plane. Plane crashes, that's it. This one, same thing with the crash, but you are part of a team, and the start is you get a little bit of hey, there's some missing people on an island.
Yeah, you get a briefing that this island has been purchased by billionaire guy, and billionaire guy and his wife and daughter.
This is a different intro. That didn't happen to me.
Oh, it did.
No, I fell in a tree.
Oh, well, it happens there's a few different starting areas.
Okay, cool.
There's a few different starting areas, but after the starting area, after the intro video, it's all the same.
Totally.
So there is a billionaire that you're trying to find. That's why you're here. You're part of a mercenary team that's come to the island. You don't know that it's populated at all, but it is full of cannibals.
Sick.
But also, part of the mystery is who shot us down. So there's obviously some not cannibals or some more advanced kind of tech people on the island as well. You start with kind of this emergency kit, and then it's about trying to find weapons, which might be, literally guns, taser, poles, things like that, and grenades, and also trying to build out your tool set so you're more efficient at kind of traversing the landscape. The island is not procedural at all. It is set. The enemy spawns and stuff are all set. Everyone has the same experience of it, except that they land in a different point and they might choose to go in different directions. So it's just about how you stumble upon the key kind of points of the story. And the key points of the story are mostly, did I find the key item that I need to then do the next cave that I kind of saw? This is an interesting element. Probably the coolest thing in a survival game that I've experienced is that you have Kelvin here. Everyone has a Kelvin. And you can give them a task. So Kelvin was injured in the crash, deaf, and
probably brain damage. He's bleeding out of both ears.
Really struggling, but can still read and totally understand your orders. So you kind of you have a notepad and you scroll a message to him, and it might be like collect, follow, whatever, and then you go collect, fish, and drop here. And so Kelvin will run off to a lake somewhere or a stream, grab some fish, and keep bringing them back and plopping them where you need them.
Nice.
So it's a great tool for people playing by themselves because some of the tedium of, there's one less thing I have to worry about.
And it's cool to learn a collection method in a survival game, but then to do it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It's like cutting down the tree in this for the first time. I was like, holy shit. It's like actually where it's like fracturing away at the tree as I'm doing it. By the third tree, I'm like, I'm done with this. Kelvin, take this. This is yours. Now.
And does it kind of unlock once you've done the thing, he can do the thing?
I was going to ask that because I've only played a little bit, but if you told Kelvin to go get a fish and he's like, I don't have a fishing rod, like, what does he do if he can't
He goes
do
and gets
something?
it. You don't need to have done it.
Yeah, okay.
But he can only do basic stuff.
He's got a
But he'll
set
do
list.
all the basic stuff required for you to stay alive.
Yeah.
One of the things that we tried to avoid on a second kind of starting of the game was not telling him to go and collect wood, because if you're building a property, you've picked a nice spot, bit of water, so you got fresh
cuts
water.
down the tree?
He cuts down all the trees around, and it's like suddenly like you're in a logging yard, a lumber yard, and you're like, oh, this was once beautiful.
And because you were playing co-op.
So I've only played in co-op. I've not played by myself, and it's kind of one of the big frustrations for me at the moment is how the co-op works. And this is still in early access, and I hope they find better ways to manage this stuff. But in my example, I created the server, so I own the server, and everyone who comes and plays on my server generates a new character attached to that server.
Okay.
If they want to play tonight while I'm here, they can't.
Yeah, okay.
They can't play with that progression. They need to start a new character entirely. And for them to get all the necessary tools they need to be having a good time, they need to just go and do the exact same thing they did in my server. Go to the exact same place, kill the exact same things, collect the exact same tool, which is repetition that's not particularly fun.
And some of the best mass co-op games we played, Reign of Kings, you guys playing the Scando Viking
Valheim,
is like going away and coming back, and your team, squad, whatever, are all back, and they're like, we built this, or this fell down while you were gone. And it's like, that's such a cool thing to have.
Yeah, I mean, it would be as simple as there being, I mean, I say it's simple, but they would need to have some kind of dedicated server stuff set up, but that I would be able to just cloud share any server that you're connected to is a cloud save, and whoever owns the server could go, people can play in my server and update it while I'm not in there, so I come back and see what they've done. But that's a pretty big frustration at the moment, particularly while I try and play other things. Like I'll play Destiny and I'm playing Halo still, and the guys are like, "Can we play?" And it's like, if I can boot it up on my second computer and just leave myself there, and then I just starve to death. So it's like there's not a lot of options. So it's kind of frustrating. And I just shouldn't have been the one that made the server. So I'm the one that put us in that position, which is annoying. But it would be nice to see them find a solution to that. But otherwise, I am enjoying playing with people. It's a much more enjoyable experience to have an army of people walk into a little cave, and it's up to 8-player local co-op. Oh, wow. Well, not local co-op, up to 8-player co-op. On your server, so it
plus Kelvin.
It's quite a lot. Plus Kelvin. Plus
only one Kelvin per player though.
Like one Kelvin per server.
Sorry,
and plus another character who I won't. Oh, I think it's been in the trailers and stuff.
There was announcement trailers talking about the fact that Kelvin is your first AI, but there are potentially more that you can meet and that you can sway to join you. And
Yeah,
that
right.
apparently, as every trailer that's talking about AI is like they have different attitudes and complex behavioral patterns, and you're like, well, that one just likes to run around in circles, and that one just goes to creeks a lot. But from that, I was intrigued, so I'm assuming that's what.
Yeah, and it is it's fun the first time you go into a cave, and it's probably fun the second time you go into a cave, because if you go in with a different group of people, or if you go in with 8 people instead of 2, it's a vastly different experience.
Yeah.
And every time you find something,
Third time is Kelvin, go in cave. Give you a piece of paper and off he goes.
every time you do find something, it feels like a really big boost to your capabilities.
Cool.
Which is
this
awesome.
Fucking
This menu
inventory
system is
so cool.
It's really unintuitive. But it is but it's so rewarding when you learn it.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating when you first jump in and you're like, I don't know what button to press to do anything.
Yeah.
But once you wrap your head around it, it's a really, other games like a DayZ or something, they just make inventory management finicky in it being like you need really precise mouse movement, to drag things out of bags and into a slot or something like that. And that's how they try to emulate, hey, you want to get something out of your backpack. It's not as simple as hit 2 and suddenly it's there. It's open your backpack, look through all your shit to find the thing. And that's not a particularly fun mechanic, but it's a cool thing to have in survival games to make you feel like, I really need to be safe to be opening and looking through my backpack. And this is a really beautifully laid out
You
version
roll
of
out
that.
this, as you saw, you roll out this big mat, and everything you pick up will get allocated to a spot on that. So as we saw there, when you have a lot of shit, you're like, out it all comes.
Nice.
But the thing I love is that it has LED strips all around it. So at night, you press a button and it all lights up.
Yeah,
so you can
cool.
see all your shit at night, and then you can change
Yeah.
the color
You
of
can
that
change the
light.
colour of the LED.
Nice. But I'm just like, oh, this is great. Like,
Yeah.
again, I've always craved that stuff in survival games. I'm like, go full immersive, that kind of thing.
It's way better than like hit tab, here's a grid, and you just
Yeah,
like
your Tarkov
Totally,
team,
yeah.
10,
like
10 pixel by 10 pixel.
Oh,
like,
look
yeah.
at that!
Yeah,
Just
that's-
like,
that's
and then the
so
crafting is literally like drop things on the mat. And
You
once
put things in the center and then you
enough in
combine
it,
them,
it goes
yeah.
cool. You can make it now,
Sick.
and then you
Yeah,
watch.
right.
You literally watch them like put it all together with their hands. Because I was just gonna say, like, my favorite thing about this is how they've gone. We're going to show you everything. When you make a tent, you're going to get that stick, wedge it under that piece of tarp, and lift it up. They're not just going to go, poof, there's your there it is
Yeah,
now.
right.
So it's like, that might frustrate people after playing this for hours, but at
No,
the
I think
start,
it
I
becomes
loved it.
it becomes way less frustrating.
Sure.
You're weirdly into obtuse stuff.
Yeah.
Which is also fine. But like, I think a lot of people will jump into this and go like, why did they do it that way? That's so annoying that I can't get my stuff. I know exactly what I want to do and I cannot work out how to do it. But once you work it out, I think it's a really beautiful, rewarding way to do it.
Do you know, one quick anecdote, I realized why I'm a fucking psychopath. I love going camping with people who've never been camping before. And then I'm like, my tent's up. And they're like, I don't know how to put my tent up. I was like, so I'm living out that same dickhead fantasy in this game.
Is it scary? I've seen a couple of people in chat ask if it's scary. Yeah, when there's a couple of you, when you'd be alone, I imagine it would be quite
Which is the only way I played.
Yeah.
And it's intimidating.
Yeah, and even when there are a couple of you going into a cave, it sets a spooky mood. Some of it being like jump scary. The cannibals are definitely intimidating the way that they move, and there's different tribes. So they all kind of approach things differently, which is interesting. We call them the mud guys. They crawl around on all fours and they leap at you and they'll jump into trees.
Right, okay.
But then there's other tribes, and even those guys might not attack you in some scenario, in some circumstances. And there's other people that are like, if you hold up a mask in front of your face, they're like, oh yeah, you're all right. It's like stuff like that you can interact with the different tribes in different ways.
It's kind of playing solo I'm enjoying, and probably how I'm going to keep playing this after what you mentioned about the co-op issues. But one thing I love from the first game as well is that the AI might be janky, but yeah, they don't always attack, and there's nothing more intimidating. A creature running at you DayZ style going, yeah, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
A creature standing there going around a tree is fucking terrifying. It's like, and playing solo, you know that everything moving out there isn't another human being janky. It's like, it's actually an AI doing something weird. So,
But very quickly, and because you spend a lot of time in the game, very quickly those things become less and less intimidating because
Sure.
you've seen it. So it does set a good mood at the start, and then suddenly you're just like, a guy jumps into a tree, and you're like, let's all cut the tree down quickly. He like falls on top of them.
They know how to get me out.
It's a good time, and if you can get some friends together, it's definitely worth a play. But find the person that has the least life or plays the least other games that will
Sure.
be your server.
Yeah, good.
Because you're going to be pinging them, going, "Hey, can you boot up the server?"
Amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nick, what are you doing?
I jumped into a game that got released just on Monday.
Yep.
It is an Aussie devved game called Partum Artifacts. It is basically a horror escape room, more or less. It is devved by, a single guy from Adelaide. Not a huge, amount of, I guess, content outside of the escape room itself. But it did keep expanding in ways that I wasn't really expecting. The general conceit is you show up to this house and the house is occupied or not occupied by someone who is...
Gus didn't like that. Where's the card? Oh my god.
that font and title.
Yeah, look.
Sorry.
No. There's a huge jank.
I love that Peter looked at me and went,
We all felt that.
No. So it's kind of like it's jank in a fun way. And again, it's a single guy, and I definitely kind of am of the opinion. The thing that pushed me through it was a single guy made this. A single dude down in Adelaide made this.
How could you tell that he didn't have a lover?
yeah, I was going to say, single dev sounds like a single guy keeps sounding like he's like, could go out tonight. Nah, I'm just going to keep working on the game.
yeah,
I'm going
make
to
it
keep
my
working on
escape
this
room.
title. Nope, still looks weird.
And so the conceit is you show up to this house and you're receiving voices through a speaker, which is basically a serial killer wants you to complete his artwork for him.
Oh, shit.
And so...
Because for a second, you're hearing voices through a speaker. I'm like, I believe it's called a phone.
no, they're mounted speakers on the wall.
Shit. Okay, cool.
And it's deliberately tense, and it has a really good... It actually has a really, really good soundtrack. Really good mood setting soundtrack. I probably don't want to go into too much detail just because the experience is 2 to 3 hours long total. But essentially, you're kind of walking around. There's a lot of locked doors, a lot of doors with 4 number padlocks on them.
Yeah.
Figure out what the code is and kind of input it that way.
Without, clearly, as you said, 2 hours, there's a lot to spoil in a lot of short amount of time.
Yeah.
Is there a threat? Is there something you are worried about as you're playing it, or is it literally just, can I solve these puzzles and get out of this creepy space?
Yeah, so the game kind of presents the idea that there might be some kind of threat. There's a lot of mannequins kind of dotted around the house that, Weeping Angel style, you'll turn and then turn back, and they will be, they'll be in different positions. I will say for people who worry about that kind of stuff, there aren't any overt jump scares.
Yeah, cool.
There is a moment about 40 minutes in or so where you walk through a door and then a mannequin falls in front of you as you do that. I think
defining a game as having jump scares, it's they're allowed... Just didn't like that either.
Nice.
I feel it's unfair to classify a game as having jump scares if it's got 1 or 2 moments that might catch you off guard. But I think it's fair to say a jump scare game is that a continual reuse of a tactic that's
And
okay, I get it.
This is absolutely not that.
Yeah, cool.
The composer does the voice acting, and the dude who devved it is kind of responsible for the art and the assets and everything else. There's just something there are a few times where I was I don't know, I'm not gelling with it, but then I kept pushing through and there'd be times where I'd be it's not clear what I need to be doing, but then I'd kind of go to my pause menu and then I'd look at my inventory and there'd be a clue on one of the items in the inventory that I'd be okay. So at no point did I get stuck enough that I would put it down. There were a couple of points where I would have gotten stuck where I'd be I'll just quickly look up a guide for this bit. But when it first came out, none of those existed.
Of course. Yeah.
There is a fun little message at the end after you get the credits, there's like a message from the dev, and it's just like this adorable
single.
kind of like, it's just this
Looking
kind of,
for love. This is my dating
Don't
tape.
ask about the mannequins.
yeah. But he's kind of just like, hey, thanks for playing my game. Sorry if you didn't like it. And it's just kind of got this like this energy of like, I just want to give this guy, and it's 15% off Steam at the moment. I think it's about $12 to $14 roughly. And yeah, I don't want to go into it too much, but like if you just want like a quick 2-hour experience and escape rooms are your thing, like I love doing puzzles and that kind of stuff. It's a good
The
good
puzzles,
way to spend a couple hours.
puzzles challenging enough, or like a happy medium, or a bit, as you said, like a mix between jank and good puzzles.
Yeah, so I'd say the only times it frustrated me were jankiness of the engine rather than obscurity of the puzzles.
Yeah, cool.
Some of them I would have just been like, oh man, I don't know how I would have figured that out. But then, you get to that and you're like, well, I did eventually figure it out. But there are some where you're just like, wow, I don't know if anyone would think whether, looking at these Roman numerals and translating it to this particular, like whether that would be kind of a thing that everyone would know. It has like a little bit of assumed knowledge in certain things, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
You're right.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looked beautiful. Like the engine looks like he's built it in Unreal, I guess.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Nice polish for a one-person dev team.
Totally.
Single man.
Sorry.
Single man.
Single man.
Single man.
For a looking for love dev developer.
Gus, a lot of polish in your game?
What?
A lot of polish?
Yeah, heaps
Yeah?
of polish, but also a lot of looking up guides. Because I've spent the last couple of weeks playing Metroid Prime Remastered, which was a bit of a shadow drop in one of the the last Nintendo Direct. And this is a 20-year-old GameCube game, I believe, which was the first foray. 2002, the first of the sort of translation from the classic Metroid side-scroller into 3D. This is a very beloved game in, I want to say, a much loved series of the Prime 3D ones, but from everything I've heard, this is the best one. I think people have said
agree. Yep.
2's a little off, 3's great, but 1 is really just like they absolutely nail the brief, essentially translating a very 2D game into a very sort of, into a 3D game that at one point only had one thumbstick with the GameCube.
Yep.
This is the remastered version, and I'd never played the original. I'd always wanted to, and I was hanging out for this remaster, not because I was like, great, I get to replay it. I'm like, I want to play this for the first time, and I'm fucking loving this. This is amazing. I was watching reviews being like, I can't get why it is that people are saying this is so good. And about an hour in, I was like just on autopilot, just powering through this game. Everything made sense. Everything just had such wonderful design to it. As a Metroid, I'm just going to say a Metroid game should. It doesn't have to be Metroidvania. Yep. Because that is the, of course, classic formula of start powered up, strip all your powers, then go through an area and find that you're walled off from lots of areas because you don't have those powers. Find said powers, circle back, and then open up the world as you progress. It's incredibly satisfying. It has been since the NES game. This is basically an incredible version by... who did the Donkey Kong games? Retro. Yep. So this was, Retro picked this up back then and said, we're going to try this sort of monumental task, and they did such a good job of it. And essentially the remaster is just a visual and controller upgrade, and it is really good. It's one of those proper side-by-sides, watch the GameCube one, which looked good for the time.
Yeah.
I would say GameCube is like peak console that upscales beautifully.
Yeah, an underappreciated console, the GameCube.
It was, but it still suffered from the output was great, like pixelated, and it was still being played on smaller screens.
Yep.
You remember the GameCube looking beautiful,
yeah,
and then a remaster is exactly what you thought it looks like. Because I watched a friend play this back in the day and was like, this looks stunning. But this remaster, watching some side-by-sides on YouTube, they've really done a great job. There is so much extra detail in there in terms of just all the textures upgraded, all the lighting effects are upgraded, all the creature models have been really expanded upon. And then a big thing is obviously the controller method that I played by default is I'm playing with a Pro Controller. It's dual sticks, so you've got, because famously back in the day you just had a lock on and you were kind of always on a straight plane, kind of like GoldenEyeing it, essentially.
But didn't the GameCube have 2 thumbsticks?
I think it had the C stick. Yeah,
C stick.
Yeah,
and
but that stick wasn't really. That would shift the camera. But
Yeah.
you didn't. Yeah.
Maybe you flicked lockings or like you, because the whole game is all about locking onto everything.
yeah.
And it's great because now you just walk into a room and you do this little trigger spam where you just go lock, shoot, and just she's like automatically firing everything.
Yeah.
Because I'd say the combat has never been, and it's getting more difficult. I'm maybe like 10 hours in, and I'm starting to run into creatures that I'm like, oh, these are a bit more of a little dance versus early on it's just spamming all these little, blamming away.
How much platforming is there in it?
There's a decent amount. I've just got the rocket boots for the double jump. There's the morph ball in there, which is so fucking satisfying. There is just something about a 3D. It's that marble game I played on the Tilt game. It's like when you get into
this level's cool.
And the boost
dude, it's
of like
it's all the biomes. It's essentially like the music, the biomes. Like as someone who played limited amounts of Metroid, Dread was literally the first one I played to completion. Everything else I dabbled.
Okay.
Super Metroid, original Metroid, but I know all the noises. I know all the creatures. I know all the like iconography from it. And so this feels like one of the best ways to be enjoying it.
sick.
And like
It is.
I don't know. Part of me playing this was like, Pete, I really want you to play all this. I think you will find this incredibly satisfying.
I think I would as well, but isn't it $110?
No, it's $50.
I think it's
okay.
Yeah, it's $50 on the e-store. Or like 50 to 60 bucks on the e-store. And it is worth every penny. I saw IGN gave it 10 out of 10, which is probably their old score as well. I was so happy about 4 hours in when I realized, because again, watching reviews, even watching it now, if you're skeptical, it doesn't do anything that really makes you go, this looks great from a gameplay perspective, or this looks great from a visual graphic standpoint. But the way the game feeds you the levels and everything, you've played this before.
Yeah.
You finished
this is
it.
one of my favorite games of all time.
Great.
I love Metroid Prime so much. And it for me, it's the visual language of like, you know exactly when you see a thing like, oh, I can't do that yet. And then you get the thing and you're like, oh, I get to go back to the thing.
Because you saw 3 of them as well. You're like, I can't do it there, and I can't do it 3 other times. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of like, you know, scanning for info, like, you know, doing a quick scan and getting some plot details as like, it's, you know, that's not forced into your, like, you know, shoved down your throat or anything. It's like, if you want more detail about the story and what's going on here, you know, you can scan all of the,
but you can skip it,
but you
as
don't
well.
have to. You know, like it's kind of play how you want.
Somewhat silly in the chat says, sounds like a satisfying game flow. Flow is the key word there. Like this game is one of those when you start playing, make sure you got some time ahead of you, because it just carries you through in that beautiful, I don't want to say Nintendo way, but it's like, it just, obviously Retro were the ones who just went, here's how we're going to drip feed information to you. I am at the point now where if I put it down for a little too long, I forget where I'm going. And that's a classic old school thing where it's like, you need to remember what your goal is at any one time. I'm also now getting to the point where when I get a power up, I have to really think back to when I saw that last. Like, I will get an upgrade that I will know how to use right in there in that room, and then I'll have to think, shit, there was that in the original ruins right at the start to my left that I saw. And the map does a good job of that whole thing of showing you when you travel through a room, it marks it. And when you haven't been in a room, that's unmarked. So you can go, well, there's clearly something there that I couldn't get past. But I'm now at the point, that was really satisfying at the start, 2, 3, 4 hours in, where it was quick to double back and go, oh, that door opens now. I'm now like 10 hours in that there might be things that I have to, and there are shortcuts, but my brain can't remember those shortcuts.
That's fair.
That is something that I remember the friends playing it 20 years ago were writing shit down. They had an older brother was there being like, you didn't try that wall back at the start. It's like, yes, of course. So playing it alone, I am relying on a guide once or twice, only to say like, you now have this thing, head back to the snowy ruins. And I'm like, okay. And I'll head to the ruins, and by the time I get there, my brain is like, that's over there. So I find that's a nice little prompt.
Have you looked on eBay or something for like an original Prima guide to this game?
No.
There would be one. And those things were like,
so good.
I miss that time.
I don't even know what that is.
Much.
Prima, is that like the
PRIMA were a company, and they would do print like official game guides.
Yeah, okay.
And they were a tome, and they had like concept art in them, and they had like, because they were officially supported guides.
Maybe I think the only one I ever saw of that was for Majora's Mask, because it had all
Majora's Mask had an amazing
it had all the
and
stories.
it had a
of
sealed section.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something like the super secret like masks had a sealed section.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure.
I had the Banjo-Kazooie one, and I just remember it having like top-down views of the of the maps.
Yeah,
and it was just.
I remember reading Nintendo magazines that would have like, every month they would have a level, maybe in the back of Banjo-Kazooie, and be like, here's how to do like clap, crank, Bay or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
remember the name?
Rusty Bucket Bay.
Rusty Bucket Bay, sorry. But
Clanker's Cavern.
Or Clanker's Cavern.
but you now can just type in like, just got rocket boots, where to go, and
Yeah.
it'll be like, go to the tundra. I'm like, okay, cool. And that's it. So I'm hoping to keep that momentum up. Being too busy to like, I would play this through to completion if I had the time right now. And it feels like that kind of game that a rainy weekend, I would just be like, the whole fucking way through this game. So it's been recommended by everyone who's been playing it at the moment. But oh my god, holy shit!
2-in-1.
Wow.
Buy it now, guys.
Buy it now! Fuck, that is pretty too.
Oh, man. Now I'm just having this thought of like, I think I want to go back and buy Prima guides for all
and just have them on bookshelves. That's a great one.
On the bookshelf.
And then the
The
second
red
one
and
was
white
Fusion,
spines.
and then the third one was
So Fusion was a Game Boy Advance spin-off.
Oh, right. I
So the
assumed it was
second
the
one
second one.
was the second one was just Metroid Prime Echoes, I believe, a
Okay.
couple of years later, and then Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and they were like designed to be like a trilogy.
Yeah.
One obviously is the most standalone version of that, but you can play any of them.
Did you play all three?
Yeah. 3 was the first one that came out on the Wii, so it had like was the first one to have like pointed motion controls, which was actually really good because for Metroid Prime, it's like, it's just like A to shoot. So for that, it was just kind of like the same thing. Waggle, point. But, it did that classic Wiimote thing of like, push into the thing, pull the lever, rotate
Grapple,
the thing, and then
use your, all that stuff. Cool.
But it's a really good series, and I'm so
I'm
glad to
hoping
hear
they
you're
make
enjoying
the
it.
next two as well. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. This
Yeah,
is done.
so-
This is doing well.
I think it's prepping for 4. Like
Yes,
they have
yeah.
been kind of teasing for a long time, and then I think pretty famously, like a year or so, or maybe 2 years ago, like they came out with like, "Hey, we have an announcement about Metroid Prime 4, and it is that we've just scrapped it and we're starting again. We weren't happy with the quality of it, and
Which apparently is what happened with Retro for Prime as well. I think at one point Nintendo had it for the GameCube and they were developing it, and they got to a certain amount into it and were like, this isn't working.
Yeah.
And I believe, I'll have to fact check that, but I believe that's when they handballed it to Retro, who were like, hold my beer.
And I think they handballed 4 to Retro as well. I think it was like another studio doing it, and they went, "No, we've got to get back to the
Yeah,
original
right.
guys."
Why wouldn't you?
I think that's what
There you
happened.
go.
I could be wrong.
We might
but-
just be telling the same
We
story
might just be telling
and
the
fucking
same
it up.
story. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good, and I'm gonna
Miss
keep playing that.
Silver, does anyone have $658 for me to buy the Banjo Kazooie Prima Guide?
God.
Because I'm not surprised.
Is that all
they
it
cost
is?
that much. Yeah, he's like, I'll get a spare. One for my coaster and one for
One to tear pages out while I do it. Oh wow, that's amazing. It's cool. Will,
What have I been playing?
Yeah.
Me. It's a wrap, which is just
We're
a demo.
done. All right,
It's
get
over.
outta here.
Thank you, everybody. It's a wrap. Thank you, Josh. It's a wrap. Oh wait, it's not a wrap. Sorry, everyone, it's not a wrap. Oh. Oh wow. It's a good bit. I couldn't have come back. Sorry. Oh no. Oh, hang on.
I bet they're fucking loving that bit.
They love that. They love that. Good
good.
bit. We're saved.
Good bit.
We're saved. How dare you?
They're getting wraps.
Oh, man.
Well, what have you been playing?
It's a game called It's a Wrap. There we go. Saved us all. Well, not even a game. It's a demo. And this is an interesting one. Ben described it to me as work, and I was like, what do you mean, Ben? And because it's clearly fairly standard platformer, but what this becomes is you're in control of the stuntman, but you're also the director. So it's all kind of set on a film, on a soundstage, and there's lots of stunts. And Josh, if you just, like, somewhere just after this, it becomes a timeline that has all the things that are going to happen in the and a script as well that you can get hints for. And so you have to time your actions with what's going to happen along the editing timeline. So as soon as that hits, the bridge goes. So you need a... It's very fun.
That's
Very
fucking cool.
That is such a good concept.
Amazing.
Being the demo, it starts fairly easy. It very quickly becomes way too hard for what it was, but it was a good... but yeah, it's slowly but surely... the elements on the timeline are locked, so you got to kind of balance. It's very fun.
Oh my God.
that. No, so the boulder rolls there, so make sure you... It's
Hang on, sorry. So you're
later.
adjusting the elements are locked, but you're adjusting where they are on the
so you
film.
can't...
Scene 2, take 2. Oh, this is so
It's
cool.
very cool.
Right, so you push the... Oh.
So you can't do that. So that's the interesting thing is the platforming side is actually as precise and as like intricate as the... So you can't do that. So you have to... For this, I'm going to spoil it. It's only a 20-minute demo,
Sure.
so there's not much I can't spoil. You have to precisely jump as the boulder goes over the raft. So like it's not... so there's that little gap in there.
Okay.
So
And you can scrub the timeline to see
the events take
That makes more
place.
sense than just moving it, trying and
And
moving
just
it,
trying.
trying.
that's
I
so
love this.
cool.
So it's wonderful. I there's no point in the demo where you bring new elements into the timeline, but I feel like that could potentially be a part of it as well.
But you're right
It's
about the
almost
work
like-
thing. We've been staring at timelines for 2 days. I'm like,
Totally.
part of me's
Yeah.
having a weird reaction to seeing that.
I've not been like as like my jaw dropped.
Yeah, totally.
So
cool.
Remember Scribblenauts? That was like when I first saw that game, I was like, "That's impossible."
Yeah.
Like
totally.
that's such
it's
a
that
cool idea.
Fresh
Totally.
concept.
It's
That's
wonderful.
So good.
And looks stunning as well. Like
Awesome
you got me
little
on
art
the
style.
straight away on the art style of that. But
So yeah, there's only about 4 levels. If you go like halfway into the clip, Josh, you'll see this level is the part where I'm like, this is a vertical slice with a level like 60 deep, and it's just
Yeah,
Like
okay.
this
All
was this took
Now
a
it's
guide to have a
complicated.
look at,
And the ones that are
they're
locked.
locked.
so you can't
You
move
can't move
those.
those. Yeah,
You need
so-
a plug-in for those.
yeah. That's
Little
universal.
joke there?
It's offline.
Media offline. Oh, that would be great. That's so good.
So this is where it becomes. This actually almost became more about the platforming, which is interesting as well. Like
Did he
it's-
thumbs up on the way down?
He did. He
So
did.
this is like, I just saw
It's a
like, it's
love letter.
indie, it's Terminator,
Yeah.
it's like...
it's a love letter to our stuff for sure.
good.
So I got very stuck here, but it was very much like timing. Anyway, as you can see, it's very timing based. The really cool thing about it is it starts with these lava levels. One of the last things is like sci-fi, so it's also got the ability, being a film set thing, to just change the
Western
setting
and everything,
Yeah,
just like use
nice.
that as your level
Super
templates.
true.
I love
This is great.
the
And
whole like conceit around it being a stunt man, and you're timing, you're just blocking out action.
Totally. And the other element, as you said, there's a script. So with this section, and you can get hints from it, the script will say, it'll be written like a script.
Yeah.
And so it's not very direct, but it's like, oh, okay, so
So-and-so
this
leaps
event
over the-
happens.
yeah.
So you can kind of get hints from the script as well.
It's clever.
Which is, it's really, really cool. And it's seamless. It's so smooth. Premiere doesn't run like that.
Yeah, we really need to talk about moving to become a Da Vinci
A Da Vinci studio. Yeah. But yeah, really awesome. The demo is obviously free and it's on Steam.
The full game is out now? It's not...
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay, right. So the
it's
demo
part of
is...
Steam Fest earlier this year. So
Yeah, right.
okay.
hopefully it's soon, because it's just so unique.
What a find. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's a wrap. So also on this segment, no God, it's a wrap is what I played. Pete, you played.
I played Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest. Oh,
played
I'm gonna need you to say that name.
Platinum Artifact.
Yeah,
Thank
write
you.
it and use only one line of text with... Sorry, the guy.
He's never
It's a
gonna-
great looking game, but
Yeah.
I'll redesign your logo if you need. And I played Metroid Prime
Yeah.
Remastered. Yeah.
And we're gonna play some ads.
Every ninja knows that after a hard day at the dojo, there's only one place that can satisfy your hunger, and that's NinjaPyroo Native Barbecue. Nestled deep in the heart of the bustling Kakadu National Park, you might not see our signs, but you can smell us from a mile away. Enjoy our signature flame-grilled kangaroo burger. It may look like 2 juicy root patties with onion, tomato, pickles, and a dash of Pyro barbecue sauce on a toasted bun, but don't let your eyes fool you. This burger is 100% kangaroo. Check out our extensive menu of delicious native delicacies. Smile and throw back some of our plumptious balls of popcorn quokka. Introducing our saltwater crocodile croquettes. Take the bite back to those ancient monsters. And back for a limited time, From across the Tasman, try our exceptionally rare strips of stripy steak. Get it now before it vanishes for good. Our venue is now equipped with multiple function rooms, perfect for toddler birthday parties or CEO karaoke. So come on down to NinjaPyroo Native Barbecue today. NinjaPyroo Native Barbecue. From our backyard to your plate.
I've still got to talk about my game.
Cool.
Called A Space for the Unbound. It is a retro-style 90s puzzle adventure game made by a little Indonesian development team, and it is set in a rural Indonesian town. I cannot recommend this more highly. You play a high school student who finds a tool that gives them the power to basically incept into the other people in the town, dive into their psyche, and you solve the problem internally for them so that the reality of the situation becomes more solvable for them. The whole game is centered around this relationship between Atma, who you are controlling for most of the game, and Raya, who is your girlfriend, and you build this epic bucket list together at the start of the game. That's how it starts. Becomes a lot more esoteric and imaginative and creative. Like, I was just shattered and in tears at the end of it. It's a really, really incredible feat.
Muso's Musical Musings. Violet Wind asks, are reeds in reed instruments made out of actual reeds? Most reeds used by clarinets, saxophones, oboes and bassoons are made out of cane. You can also get synthetic reeds that last a bit longer, but cane reeds generally get the best sound. Just make sure you change your reeds often. If students leave them on their instrument for a long time, they can get really mouldy, which isn't great for the player's health. Cane reeds can be fickle. In a pack of 10, you can expect 1 to be good, 2 or 3 to be serviceable, and the rest are just crap. Imagine if condoms had that level of reliability.
Muso's Musical Musings.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much to YowzaB and, of course, Muso for Hire for your words from the sponsors. Muso, love the segment. Look forward to seeing more of those. We also had NinjaPyroo's ad.
Can you do it with the voice, mate?
We also had NinjaPyroo's Native Barbecue advertisement.
That hurt the throat after a while. And, of course, you saw one of our socials. Thank you very much to Ben, who does an amazing job whipping those together. And you should check out, which we haven't teased yet, and we'll tease it next week, but there's a YouTube video up on youtube.com/backpocketvids. We're not channel anymore, are we?
No, it's
Backpocket Vids, and you'll find a fun little video of these two guys working on the NinjaPyroo ad. Oh, hello. No, that's the microphone. I just heard someone near me. I'm wearing this, obviously, for a reason, and that's because I was sick of looking at these motherfuckers. But it's going to come in very handy for our next segment, which we like to call Very Good Gameplay. I need to take the headset off. I couldn't see a thing. Wow. It was black. The console wasn't on.
Okay,
all
right. There were so many things I could have done to you. And like, I was spoiled for choice. And all I could do was look in the camera.
Yeah.
You saw?
I
couldn't see it.
Dolphin Pants VR-y good gameplay.
VR-y good gameplay.
I would have sorted the next thing.
God damn it. Let's not do the segment. This is sponsored by MiddleCee. Superstar MiddleCee. I went and had lunch with MiddleCee in the mountains on a day.
You don't have to tell us
the
when.
weekend.
You just say you had lunch.
It was lovely. It was lovely.
No notes?
I do have a note. Because whenever we talk about MiddleCee on the show, it comes with the caveat that we need to talk about a song that is written in C major. And the internet is very divisive about which songs are actually written in the key of C. Because
Yeah.
they were like, every song can kind of just be like
Which,
transposed across the C.
as people have to create content based on that, that's pretty good. That helps us.
We can do literally any
sorts us
song
out.
ever made transposed into the
She's not
key
middle
in C major.
middle F minor.
F,
Like,
F, yep.
F
Okay,
flat.
I'm going to read a lyric, a sequence of lyrics, from the middle of a song written in the key of C, and you guys are going to tell me which song it is. Here
we go.
It's a very popular song. This was huge. One of the biggest hits in the world. You're not going to know it, though.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Free your mind of doubt and anger. Be for real, don't be a stranger. We can achieve it. We can achieve it.
Spice Girls. Two become one.
Oh my god! That's amazing. I had the second para here because I was like,
Didn't need it,
this will-
mate.
Didn't need it.
Wow.
Didn't need it.
Wow.
Come a little bit closer, baby.
Come a little bit closer, baby. Get it on, cause tonight's the night when two become one. I need some love like I never needed love before.
You were too young.
I got
for
that
this.
bit.
Yeah,
that bit I am
That's
aware
the
of.
best part of this segment is when we get it, everyone feels the need to sing it.
And you see it, mate.
Oh, thanks, Lucky Cat. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, MiddleCee.
We are doing a very good gameplay, but we've made a little extra card because tonight it's a PSVR 2 Electric Boogaloo.
That was perfect.
Something will get broken.
Remember the wrist straps, people.
So yeah, we're very fortunate. Sony sent across a PSVR 2 to Steph, and I took it. Incredible. I just stole it. She's not here, so she can't stop me.
That's right. I'm going first.
And we've installed some of the games that are available to play on PSVR 2 now. Some demos, but some games that are entirely new. Some games that have been updated to support PSVR 2. But it is very exciting hardware. It's every time, I mean, the first time that PlayStation released a VR, you don't have to use the straps.
You have to use the
No,
straps.
you don't have to use the
Sony
straps.
sent us one. They want you to use the straps.
So obviously the title, hit the power button, bottom middle.
Bottom middle?
Yeah,
You said hit the power button.
bottom middle. It should come online. Josh, we might need to get the console up on our screen for us because I might need to do a couple
Guide
things with
him
the controller.
You've had a little play with the
But can
PSVR
you?
2.
You probably don't have it yet. I've
give me
had
a
a little
sec.
play.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, cool.
And as point of reference, you've had a Quest 2.
We've had a Quest 2 in the house.
Will, does you and I have a
I've
Quest
had a Quest
1?
and PSVR as well, yeah.
And a
Yeah,
PSVR,
Quest 1,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've barely put this on, and as a huge VR enthusiast, I'm like not believing that people are saying it's like the best screen, the lightest headset, all that kind of stuff. I'm not spooking it. I'm just like, everyone says that with every new headset. And I'm like, you put them on, they're kind of the same.
Yeah. We're not seeing it up on our screens, but are you getting the game?
I'm measuring the room at this point.
Okay. Measuring the room at this
position
point.
is not where it was.
Yeah, put it
let's
on.
see that.
Let's see this shit.
Is this? I don't know if this is something that you guys will actually be able to.
It looks pretty far out.
wow.
Look up a bit.
Yeah, measure
Look at your feet.
Gotta get that. That's not feet.
Look over your shoulders and stuff as well. It'll tell you when
at
it's kind
that.
of seen enough. Yeah, it's seen enough now. It's gone. Okay, we
It's seen enough.
got it. You need to adjust the
level.
full height. You
But
do
I was going to say to
left thumbstick.
Nick,
You
have
didn't do it. You didn't do it.
What's your VR experience?
You didn't lower the floor.
Oh, no.
No, it didn't go down. You have to use the thumbstick and click it down,
not like
not
the
move
Quest.
down and hit a button. Yeah.
Okay.
The Quest is like, so you just flick the left thumbstick down. Don't lower it. Just thumbstick
Push the
down.
thumbstick forward or down, up or down?
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, it looks visually to be on the floor.
Oh, does it? It looks on the screen like it's
looks
on the
different,
table.
but-
I mean, it's on the table. Like
It's like on your lap.
Yeah.
it looks to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Can I say,
Okay, yeah. If
straight
it's, if it's good for you, then that's good.
Yeah.
No good.
Another jump scare.
I'm gonna stay seated.
And we'll stay seated. Nick is going to jump into the first title,
That one.
Horizon VR Call of the Mountain. And we've just played through the very opening bit, which is an on-rails...
the Disney Pirates
It
of
was
the
the
Caribbean.
trailer.
Yeah.
Everyone's already seen it.
Yeah.
It was the canoe trip through...
The bit we were saying
Where you
every
get
VR game
accosted.
stops you from doing anything and just says, sit here and watch the world. Meanwhile, you're underwater.
Big snapshot.
Is that...
I don't think this helps.
Nick, what's your experience with VR? Like in terms of...
So I had an original... Ooh, there's a microphone.
There is a microphone.
I had an original HTC Vive. And then... Oh, hang on. Yeah.
I'm going to mic you with me.
Okay. I had an original HTC Vive, and I really enjoyed it. And then I kind of left VR alone right up until the Quest 2 came out. And it was watching you guys talk about the Quest 2 that made me be interested in jumping back in. And like... It was a huge step up from that. Like, it was insane.
You can put an earphone if you want to hear the game at all.
Yeah,
Just one.
just one.
You still want to hear me?
Yeah, of course.
There's 2 buds on either side of you.
Yeah.
And there's also some headphones.
That's actually one of the...
good.
Oh, hey Josh. Can you look and see if there's an NDI camera in the network at the moment?
Now, there's a way that Here we go. I'm just going to walk over to this guy who's... Oop. Don't mind me. Hey, buddy. Oh, shit.
Oh my god!
He'll probably be fine.
Yeah. It's only a robot crocodile.
Yeah.
So this, am I right in saying, you don't have to answer all this because you're busy playing as well. Am I right in saying this is the only exclusive? Everything else,
It's the only exclusive that's out right now, I believe.
Yeah.
That is exclusively a VR title as well, because Humanity is coming and has PSVR 2 support.
Yep.
But there's a demo of that, but it's not a game designed entirely for PSVR.
Yep.
Gran Turismo 7 is a PlayStation exclusive. Obviously, it's been out
it's
for
a
a while,
yep.
and it's getting PSVR 2 support. We're going to play that.
I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
This way.
Is
Yeah,
the
awesome.
walking with the arms really necessary? I
kind of like it. I feel like this works. Walking with, I find like motor function is better
for
when
you?
you're standing.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. But yeah, like the thumbstick motion typically makes people susceptible to motion sickness.
Yeah.
It's funny because again, it's not a flex, but it's like I've done that since the first Quest, and I got sick early on, and now I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So I can thumbstick walk and turn pretty well.
It
Yeah.
always made me sick.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
going to give you a little tour of the back of, and I'll give Josh a moment to sort it out, but I'll give you a tour of the back of the headset as well, because it's actually really interesting. A couple of things.
Oh, that's where I was like, what's the point of this? Like, we have cameras. He's like, I'm gonna do it on my phone.
I'm the same. I've never really felt motion sick with it, and I really enjoyed Stride, which was thumbstick, but kind of movement to jump and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So it still had a bit
Oh
of...
yeah, the parkour one.
Yeah,
right.
Which was still stick.
I'm sick of climbing in VR. I don't know if Nicro is as well, but I'm like,
There's a lot of VR climbing.
but I'll bring the mic over to Pete.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of step you through around Nick's head as he's going here, starting with the back dial, which is the press button to unlock kind of the brace that goes on your forehead. So there's a button press in the middle, and then you twist to tighten. But one of the coolest things is that the headset, which has always been a really clunky thing for me with VR, is really tidy in that it just plugs in under the base of the back here. And sorry about the finger there.
No, that's okay.
And then there's 2 little cables that just plug into your ear. So everything's going up that USB-C cable. Video and audio, and then just this tidy little 3.5mm solution in the back, you're in, which I think is awesome.
And the hang on, this is a bit invasive. I'm gonna unplug you.
Yeah, go.
And then this it feels flimsy, but it's like makes sense to be like, chuck the pods in the side. It looks dinky, but it makes more sense than it dangling around and getting yanked off, because then you're fucked.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to get yanked off.
You don't want to get yanked off when you're in VR. You wouldn't know who it is.
And then the front is just a single button press to slide the front, the carriage of the screens, and it's got the flap that none of the Oculuses have that I've used, which are really just a light blocker. And it's just a bit of floppy rubber, for lack of any better terms.
Which is amazing. Like that was the first thing I noticed of like, oh, this is certainly a quality of life thing.
It's weird because
nose light leaking in through underneath your nose is like annoying as hell.
Totally. It's hang on. Oh, look at that. Sick.
Wow.
Close-ups. The little light curtain still feels as. I remember putting on the first PSVR headset, and I'd been. Like, it felt weird, like having a little soft curtain of rubber under your nose. I feel like it's roughly the same design, and it feels awkward as fuck the first time you put it on. It feels like someone's left a bit of loose, like,
it's
but it
Avatar.
does so much for that immersiveness of it. The fact that there is usually like a space in front of your nose on the Quest that's like, I don't know,
The
an
Quest is
inch
just
long.
kind of soft foam, so there's nothing
Yeah, totally.
really hugging your face. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I did it.
Well done. Very
Trophy.
nice.
I don't know if we're saying positive things. I don't know if I'm in, like, I've played so much early VR that was, like, teaching you how to do sitting in a boat, rowing, firing bow and arrow.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
When we talked about doing this segment, you're like, there's a kayak game.
Yeah. And guess what? You didn't let me play. The kayak game. Solely kayaking, yes.
I would have, but there was no demo for the kayak game, and
No,
it was
fair
like,
enough.
I'm not going to pay $50 for a
No,
kayak
fair
game.
enough. But I've also played the Climb 1 and 2.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
so I'm excited for this headset, but I'm probably not very excited for this.
This game in
This game
particular.
looks like they're doing a thing which is like, this makes sense. This is doing the best things that VR can do.
Yeah.
And I think the idea with this game is to. This is so wild.
Just the juxtaposition
best
between
thing.
these are the best things that VR could do with Nick sitting next to you.
Wow. Oh my god.
Fire at that. No.
Yeah, well, yeah, you'd assume that's
You
what
just
that's-
thumbsed up the target. Good
How
work,
can
target.
you fire a bow with one hand?
Hang by your legs. Hang by your legs. But these moments, the first time you do them, are all amazing. So I think it's a really smart idea for them to
onto the vines?
to bundle that all together and put it under a brand or an IP
it's-
that people have some
Yeah.
affinity with.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, it's so much of the first party games in the best way are such an intro to gaming that, like, putting a first party PlayStation game in VR as well.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
actually a
yeah.
good point. You put this on your parents or family friend who's like, I'll give it a shot. And the first thing you don't want them to run into is a whole bunch of assumed knowledge. Whereas
Yeah.
this is like,
This is taking them through the
My,
same-
been in a canoe before?
I'm a pretty big VR naysayer. I think it's pretty crap. Like, I just don't.
you're
I just
right.
don't think it's a worthwhile investment of people's time and money.
What's in the barrel?
I'm glad that people enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't particularly, but I will say, having put this on, and I have a physical reaction to it as well. It makes it makes me sick pretty quickly.
Because of the nausea, not because you were against the technology, because that's what that sounds like. It makes me sick.
It makes me sick.
I like one reality and one reality only.
I'll take an augmented reality, but not a virtual one.
Whoa, he's gonna jump! Don't jump!
No. You can take a headset off. We said enough of this, I think. But I would say about Horizon Call of the Mountain that it is beautiful, and the quality of those screens is way better than the Quest 2.
It's insane. Yeah.
It's
Okay, let's do.
wasn't
No,
gonna
this
say
is important. How sweaty? Kind of sweaty. Not Quest level of like coming out of it.
Yeah.
So I
Let me do a moisture test. Not bad.
Do a moisture
the rubber
taste.
stuff will keep some moisture on your face.
Mike, you need to
Mike,
mic.
sorry.
Sorry. The rubber thing will probably keep a bit of moisture on your face.
Yeah,
if you're,
okay.
No,
if you're
I mean that's
susceptible to
unavoidable. You're wearing something on your face.
I have agreed to go last in this segment. So I'll get the
So you get the
full
vomit
mix.
and the sweat. Will?
Is it me?
Yeah, we're gonna.
There's the noise of a car
When you jump into
going
GT7,
fast. Yeah,
yeah, because we just did a first-person thing. You can
control
just-
it. You're all good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, this is one that people have been raving about as well. This was like a watershed moment for people who I think have been playing a lot of VR, playing GT and going, holy shit! Like cockpit games make the most sense. Cars,
yeah, totally.
fighter jets,
Totally.
space fighters.
Yeah, the
whatever.
first thing I wanted to do with VR was play one of the space.
Go
sims,
for
you
a
know?
drive.
Yeah.
Go for a drive.
Just take out the Pontiac Firebird.
Sassless asked,
red,
did glasses bother you at all? And no. So the thing
Will just put his glasses back on.
Yeah.
Because I usually take them off. I don't know where my mic is. Usually I take them off for like the Quest and stuff.
Yeah, I
but
do too.
totally This really doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
the front is like extendable and retractable
Oh, I will need to.
independently of
Reset.
the. Oh, yep.
Can you get to?
I
Do you want me to drive for a second?
There is
No, I was just resetting.
We should probably mention as well, like
Okay,
there is
cool.
pass through, like there has been on the previous ones. It's front facing cameras, so there are moments like you saw before where you get to see through. It's still not like
You'll need to log
it's
in
still
and
hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's still hard to go. All right, where's all my shit? And
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
all right, oh my phone, and like, oh, I'll move that around,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
oh, I need to press a specific button on a controller. You still go like, have a feel around.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you get it pretty quick in this, but I love any new VR. It's like that moment of going, taking the headset off and
Yeah,
having
totally.
to calibrate
There's a
your
moment
actual.
that we lost by not showing the canoe section, but the canoe section's not that good. Is right at the start of that, and I think it's a really nice. It's like an album opener. You're like,
Yeah.
oh man, that was so cool that they like Metallica always had acoustic guitar at the top of like and Justice for All. And it's like, what are you doing? You're not an acoustic band, you're a metal band. And the PSVR 2, Call of the Mountain, it's the first thing you're going to play. You hop in, and the character has a bag over their head, and everything's blurry as shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, welcome to the game. And you're like, I can't see anything. This is crap. And then they lift the bag off your head, and it's like...
That's good.
Yeah.
This is the best thing I've seen in VR
Yeah.
by a long shot.
Have a reveal
for me,
moment.
by
Yeah.
a long shot.
Yeah, have a proper
Like,
reveal moment.
Yeah.
That's not in the cave in the canoe going, "Oh, we're coming out the cave."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But they probably do that too.
Well, a guy takes a bag off your head.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have a bag on your head. Maybe you're sleeping.
I think you're a prisoner.
You are a prisoner?
prisoner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But then you look up into his eyes and they're sharp. And I've not had an experience in VR where I've gone, that's sharp.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
So Will's jumping into...
He's jumping into GT7, which had post-release support. So none of the menus or anything are built in VR.
Right,
You're not a
okay.
camera in, engine in. I don't even think like the cafe and stuff like that. And even as you load into races, it's just theater mode. There's the floating screen.
Yep.
But when the game starts, and how
will
close are you? I don't know where you are at the moment.
I'm probably going screen now, Josh.
Yep. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
So you,
And yeah, you're with the controller, not the...
Yes.
Yeah.
For this one.
which is disappointing.
That's a pretty shit.
Do you wanted to do
I'd
this?
like to do this.
You want to do beep, beep,
Yeah.
out of my way, shake your
Particularly
fist at people.
because,
They're under his arm.
Hell yeah.
You grip them.
Yeah.
Like that feels like a wheel.
You put this is you, just like, honey, I'm going for a drive. Bit of gear shift,
Yeah.
What are we doing? Little
These
Mr.
picked a
Bean
fun
cards?
little-
All of them are very little minis, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
It's a
nice.
Sunday
Cup.
Sunday Cup.
Just some
classics.
Sunday driving. This is very Will for a racing game.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
there's
surprised
no
I'm
winner in
Mr.
this
Bean
race.
fan.
It's letting
So
me
you're in
drive the
theater mode
Corvette.
now until now you're in.
Okay.
That's not a
Okay.
mistake.
So now if you look around,
I can do this, but if
Yeah.
I do this, we're out.
if you lay out the car,
yeah,
you
you're
go
in
to
Tron.
Vector Land.
Grey boxing. I mean, I'm definitely I've chosen the wrong or best car for this.
What are you in, an Aston
You're
Martin?
killing it.
Look at the car, Will. We
Yeah.
don't care.
Killing it.
Now look down. Look around.
I'm in England.
Good hand signals.
Can you look in the rear vision mirror?
I can.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I,
Now adjust it. Yeah. Oh, God.
you stay on the. Oh,
I want to look at everything.
We're doing a lot of shit around for having to
Yeah.
do this.
nice.
Read the plates on the guy in front of you.
Oh, do it.
It says mini.
Nice.
Oh no.
You're killing it.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
How many assists have you got turned on? Let's be honest.
No, this is GT.
This is raw racing.
This is raw Sunday classic racing. Power. It's interesting.
Around a mini.
Pete jumped into this earlier, and like what we're watching for
Oh, there he is.
what we're watching for us
It doesn't look too different.
doesn't
to the
look
game.
too different from the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
game.
yeah.
But you had a wow moment.
This feels like I feel
yeah.
the space of the car.
Yeah.
I do think I have to sit kind of back here.
You can't. You're in.
To
Yeah.
feel like your body is
Yeah,
right.
because
Yeah.
right here it kind of feels like I'm in
If
a mini.
you-
Like
Yeah,
I'm-
yeah.
I'm
It
in
is a
small
Sunday.
car.
You're driving how I drive a car, which is squashed up
If
against the
I
steering
kind
wheel.
of sit here, which feels wrong for my body.
I wonder.
People
if-
wonder why the front seat leans forward slightly. That has that setting. Like, why has it got that setting? It's for
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah,
So you can just go.
You could lean down.
I'm blind.
Will, can you look down at some seat adjustment? Like, is there a thing you
there
can
a-
pull on the hand?
Hang on, there's a chick.
This is a very fucking.
On the
Come
straight,
on now.
look down.
Where, can I actually see that? Yeah, I can still see the map, which is here. Like the HUD of GT is still on
right.
the screen here over there.
Right, okay. Oh, yeah,
That's
so
in
it
the
is. Yep.
Yeah, so over there I can still see tires and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised as well. Again, I'd say early VR games didn't have as much. I guess it's accessibility, but now most of them come with like a set your camera height.
Yep.
Set your camera height.
Someone wants you to change gear.
Not in this car.
What do you mean? It's a manual.
It's. I think it's probably set on auto.
Yeah, go look at then look closely. Closer.
I'll have to let it go down.
Eyes on them.
Doesn't look like he's
He's
just
hitting the
holding-
mic. Hang on.
He's
It
gripping.
may be on manual. You might
Yeah,
need to.
yeah. But I mean, he
need
should
to
still
change
be.
some gears. There's
I like
probably only
that
4 of them
you're
in this
judging
car.
your own
but-
Hands up.
Come on, come on.
Do a handbrake turn.
Nothing's happening on those feet.
Oh.
There's nothing down there.
But yeah,
that's true.
my point is that I imagine there's some height settings. Locomotion, there's always like 90-degree turns versus
Yeah.
full motion. I would say most games coming out now have learnt from every other game's, mistakes or.
Yeah, totally.
I will say, did we play with the haptic settings or?
No, I haven't changed them.
Okay. Did you feel anything in Horizon? Because one of the big things is the controllers have haptics as well as the headset.
The headset has haptics.
I'm not currently feeling anything with this, which is a
Yeah.
bit disappointing. But
I was getting a little bit of feedback through the controllers, but not a huge amount. But I guess I wasn't really doing much at the point.
To me, I noticed, and I played
there he is.
the boat ride at the start of Horizon as well.
Oh,
I noticed that like when the thing flew overhead, and it was like there was a bit of rumble in my hands, but the bridge of my nose, that where like the most of the weight of the headset is sitting, the vibration there was like.
I forgot I even had it, and I've had 5 seconds of this, and I fired a gun and my head vibrated, and I didn't know it had haptics, and I thought I was having a stroke for a second. I genuinely was like, the fuck was that? Hey,
Nice
well done.
Well done.
it's very fun.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Again, that's probably the least, not but like looking at that just looks like regular gameplay with a wobbly camera.
It's kind of a classic VR experience.
Sweat test.
It is a go-to.
It's not
Sweat
too
test?
sweaty.
Sweat test?
Like genuinely, yeah. 'cause
Oh, yeah.
It's not much.
Keep
man.
doing this.
And I like when I wake up, I'm like, wow, I'm dead. So, okay,
Not bad.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
You might need to put the headset on, and then
do
you'll need to switch user back to the tennis ball.
Tennis ball. Gotcha.
I'm the tennis ball.
that is... No, wait, that's a bit down.
Can I help you with anything?
You've played a fair bit of GT.
yeah.
Would you play
Glasses off and see.
GT in VR?
It's
Do you think
kind
it's fun? It's a gimmick still in racing?
It's a bit harmless in a not interesting way. It's
Right.
just kind of
Would you
like,
like
I
this?
didn't feel like you were saying, and I'd love to look back on the footage, that it doesn't visually look any different.
Yes.
I kind of settled into it to the point where, like, a Horizon is constantly challenging you with different
Asking you to do
things.
VR-y things.
Yeah, whereas
You're
that I
right.
very quickly was like, I'm just playing GT now, especially with the controller. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, nice. I mean, it is an interesting part of like the Are you okay?
Hang on, it's the...
I'm fine. I'm just going to do both at once. This
Yeah.
is not how it was made to be.
It's an interesting part of like the sim racing discussion, which is, you know, a lot of people spend a lot of money getting sim rigs
Yep.
and getting monitors to wrap around themselves and try to
100%.
immerse themselves.
Yeah.
And if you could just have a chair that, you know, a chair that feels right and
Yeah,
put
I
on a
agree.
headset,
Yeah.
and that headset is a very good one.
Totally.
Like that could solve
Yeah.
the rig problem for a lot of people.
I do think, like, I think the controller is the thing that it's missing, because where you're using the specific ones within a game, that's kind of the thing that's holding you back to reality.
Yeah.
Whereas I think, if you had a good wheel and that,
Yeah.
it would be a sick experience.
It'd be
for sure.
really interesting if they started to support Windows.
Yeah, totally.
Guys, I'm going
It
full
doesn't feel like a PlayStation move, but
No.
they're putting some of their
They-
first-party software
yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
If they put some driver support out, you know, I think they'd move a bunch of these things.
The thing
Look,
that's-
a single cable,
Totally.
like
A thing that I find really fascinating with it is the foveated rendering, which is where it is rendering just the portions in high detail that your eyes are actually looking at,
okay.
as opposed to the entire, you know, I guess the angle of view would be like 100 and closer to 180 degrees.
Yeah.
And like a pretty shitty thing on, you know, something like the Quest, which is literally just running Android, where it's like, it just doesn't have the processing power to be able to, you know, render a 180 degree, you know,
At a
visual
really high
field in
resolution.
really high resolution.
Yeah.
So the whole thing suffers. Whereas now what you've got is like just the part that your eye's looking at, which is the only part you can see anyway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, like, what does it matter? And the rest is like really low res. So you end up being able to put heaps of detail into exactly what you're looking at.
Totally. This looks great.
So obviously
Yeah.
we've just
This
jumped
is
into Resident Evil 8, which is another game that has had post-release VR support. I believe it had support for VR 1,
Yes,
PSVR 1,
Yeah.
and PC you can have VR headsets plugged in.
crouch button.
But there is a demo for Resident Evil 8 with VR support if it's something that you're interested in checking out before you buy the game itself.
Is there a crouch button? I can't get any lower. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, it's useless. Hello.
Stop molesting the dead military man.
First thing you do in VR. Yeah, so this is the demo of it, and I've played this I've played this bit of the game.
This is the very opening of the game.
so many times that it doesn't. Fuck.
We're not
It
here-
doesn't frighten me.
Yeah. He says...
But
Are you sure?
This looks. Fuck. This.
I've
We
al-
talked at the
you
start.
repeatedly said, "I won't be scared."
I won't be scared.
That's almost. I need to mood
Yeah.
lighting this one in the studio as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's dark. Like, okay, so my takeaway here is A, I'm going to talk a lot because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But B,
It's pitch black.
it's pitch black,
Is the
but it
console
looks.
off?
It looks
No,
pitch.
you can see more.
There is a tiny bit of movement.
It looks pitch black in this, so it doesn't look illuminated blacks,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Are they OLED screens behind the lenses?
I don't know, mate.
Because if so, that would make it very, very dark.
Dark.
Yeah.
Black, so
Great.
Fucking
pure
hell,
black.
it's dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and not. Fuck.
They are
torch.
OLED. They
Are OLED with
yeah.
HDR. Amazing.
He
Oh,
found the torch.
Fuck.
you got cut.
Sorry. Huh?
You're good.
Torch helps. The sound, these buds,
Yeah.
actually have some very interesting.
Right.
I think the headset has the 3D audio support.
Yes,
Yes.
sorry, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to think of.
Yeah.
It's the
Because
3D
people
audio,
in chat
Sony.
were talking about they're hearing things left
fucking
and right.
crows,
speakers.
and if I remember
Yeah.
correctly,
So,
there should
yeah.
be a jump scare here, ish. Yeah, this one. Hello. I got you.
You couldn't do that with a mouse and keyboard.
No.
No, you couldn't do that because that one's dead.
That one's not suddenly
one's
about to
dead.
come alive.
That one's dead. You're still alive.
No.
No? Is it? Oh, fuck. This is the game. Is it you? Is it you? It's you, isn't it? You little. Oh, it's him. It's him. Look, he's even got his little. Oh, it's not you.
I want it to be that one.
What if it's you? That's a lot louder than it meant to be. Shush, shush, shush. Shut up, shut up. Okay, we're speed running. Here we go. I'm Nicrotexing. You don't need to do this, but it helps. It's okay. So genuine scare, very loud, very binaural, whatever shit it is.
Yep.
I'm getting it from. Oh, there he is. Come here.
Can you pull the mic away from Gus because he's going to be screaming a bit? Okay, you good. You good.
The dark is so fucking dark, and the nose flaps did make it. Oh, so I'm not even getting like a bit of.
When Gus is scared, he usually curls his hands over and hides them under his chin. But because he has to hold controllers, he can't do that. So let's see what new self-defense mechanism he comes up with. He's always about protecting the neck. He always protects the neck.
Fucking hell. Oh, there's nothing in here. I know that. You go downstairs.
Oh, I just remembered this section.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Move it a bit closer to his face, please, Nick.
Yeah, great.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. No, is it this way? I'm not feeling sick.
can we get a poll going in chat? Will Gus shit himself?
But now I'll get the t-shirt design with the VR headset on. Wait a minute. Turned around. Basement,
I
basement,
want,
basement.
I want it, the
down,
dark is so very fucking dark on a t-shirt.
Fuck. Again, the nose flap is doing all the work. I don't think I'm in the back pocket studio. Like, and
Yeah.
I
It's
wish I was.
insane how much a difference it makes.
Totally.
Crazy.
Yeah, it totally immerses you. I hated seeing my
Mousy,
lap
mousy.
when I was like playing Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just say, I also want to give you some context while we're watching him squirm. You don't need to cut to me because something fun will happen with Gus.
Yeah.
But before we started, and I was like, I think I get you to play Resident Evil 8, and he was like, yeah, but it's like the first mission, and kind of we've already seen all that, and there's an interesting part like through the town, so you guys just chat, and I'll race through the opening because it won't be particularly like interesting to watch because we've all seen the start of the game before. And I was like, yeah, cool, all right, you just get to the bit where it becomes like, oh, we'll see you in action fighting the werewolves. And he's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna spend a whole segment just slowly crawling and shitting.
Oh, daylight. Daytime. No more scary werewolves. Where am I going?
I would say it's interesting that they keep all the hand movement that was like preset in the game.
It means Ethan Winters is walking around like this.
Yeah, but like the like interact button, you have no control over that hand that pushed a crate and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
right.
will say, and it has to do this. This is unavoidable. It did like move me quickly into some spaces where I was like, oh, I didn't know I was doing that. But outside of that, this
This is great.
looks stunning.
Yeah.
This is the
and-
game. Like it's just
Fuck. Wow.
Oh, holy
man.
crap.
Look at my hands. That's scale. That is over there and that big.
Wow, man.
That's awesome.
Let me down. Let's go, Ethan
Hello?
Winters. Sticks. It takes away all the like.
Totally, because you were protecting your face from walking into tree
Oh, my head's
branches.
vibrating.
Why is your head vibrating?
I fell down a thing.
Okay.
Oh, sleep.
He's just getting too stressed.
I'm gonna speed to where the werewolf
Now
is.
he speeds.
Ma'am?
Yeah, do you have to go through that house?
No.
Or do you go through?
No.
Yeah, just onto the street.
I mean, I don't know if I'm. It's
So
great.
good.
I don't know if I'm going to play the
Just
whole
walking
game
through.
again, but fuck, I'm intrigued enough that I might. Goat heads.
I mean, it'd be good if we can get to the part where you kind of get ambushed, because
Yes,
that's
which
when
is-
some actual gameplay comes into it. It'd be interesting to see
I'm
how
very
it feels.
interested to see the combat.
There is a VR tutorial that teaches you the gunplay,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
like every other VR game in a good way. That was like, here's how this gun works, this gun reloads. Yada fuck, it's dark. And old man behind the cupboard. I played this a lot. Hello, sir. Wait.
He's
Wait,
behind you.
what?
They changed it.
Fuck, if they did change some stuff.
That would be cool.
Wait, isn't there a man behind the... What have I done wrong? Oh, I grab a knife. I grab a knife. There's my knife.
Stab.
Pull out a
Sick.
knife.
Yeah, step through the curtain. Get him early.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Uh-oh. He never. I came back.
Comes back.
dear.
Okay.
Yeah, step him through the curtain.
Look at his feet. Oh. Leans, hey.
Stab his toes.
Sir, I need my knife back. All right.
Oh dear.
It's very close to the curtain.
And
I know
so
he's
now
there.
it's-
I know he's there.
It's
I
got
know he's
control
there.
of the...
Fuck!
There it is. It's got full control of the camera now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, well, no.
You can
like,
do a little bit, but
I
it's-
can look around everywhere, but it's moving my body.
Yeah.
I assume if it wasn't doing that, you would feel motion sick very quickly.
Yeah, totally. If
I
it
can't
locked
move
you.
hands though, which would have been fun.
Yeah.
Just reach up and grasp the
I
face.
saw the wolf claws. You can see him up there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Couldn't see that on the original release, could ya?
There it is. I just found the thumbnail image.
I can see the wolf claws.
Is the name of the...
Give me a gun. Yeah, baby. Give me the gun.
Grab it!
I had it.
Sick.
Sir.
Whoa.
Fucking
That was
vibrating
very
my head.
close to you. Yeah, I mean, he shot a shotgun near your face.
Yeah.
Help him.
Bang!
Crawl up there, you coward.
I winced. I genuinely winced with goo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait, I'm not meant to be here yet. Wait.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck you. We're all loving this. Look at this for content.
Aren't you?
I forgot that bit. I'm
Oh, man. Oh, that was a good squeal.
That was very good.
Oh.
Where's my mic?
Yeah. Where's my mic?
There's
Daddy
just
needs to
something
deliver
about
some
standing
information.
next to a body in VR that is really, like, I feel his presence there versus, like, it's...
Stab him! Stab him! Grab the knife and stab
Why
him!
did he come from there? That's my hands come off! Well, my arms are off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Look at your hand in wonder. Gun! Earbuds are coming out. Where's my knife? Gun time.
You still got it?
Melee will be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yes! Stab him!
Run!
Yes!
Whoa.
Oh, nice!
Gun? What about throwing knife? Hiya! Did that work?
Did that hurt him?
It's work. Infinite knives!
Amazing! That is amazing.
It's ruined the...
Give me a gun! Don't I have a gun?
It's-
I have a gun!
Yeah.
Fuck you!
You okay? Shoot him! You just yelled "fuck you" and pointed a gun in my face.
Oh my god. Throw the gun.
Fuck, I'm dead! Go again.
Knife him.
I'm on hardcore mode. I forgot I'm on hardcore mode.
Why are you on hardcore mode?
This.
Wow.
I want out.
Yeah.
You can get out.
You can get out.
Hey, buddy.
Wow. That was. Oh, there's the wet.
That was worth it.
Wow.
Well done, dude.
Amazing.
How did that like, particularly that last sequence where you were
I'm a
out in the
little
world?
hampered sitting here with a mic and
Yeah.
a co-host that I didn't want to hit in the head.
Yeah.
But no, the interaction's fun. I think that's an intro, and it was pulling me in and out of like pre-rendered area.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, predetermined camera
Scripted
movements
stuff.
and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
which felt a little bit like just give me control. But I would say I know from playing that game that they stopped doing that by
Once you're in the
yeah.
game.
Now,
Yes.
I want to get stepped on by her. I'm going to play that up until that point.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
No,
about
you didn't hit me at all. It was just very funny.
Yeah.
Wow. We talked about it. You said I wasn't going to get scared, and just having something that in your face. But my God, the blackout thing.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's-
forgot I was in this. When I took that off, it was like waking up. That sounds too wanky, but it felt like
No. Like,
you wake up and go, oh yeah, I was here.
Yeah. That's actually, in terms of the quest, that's like, I know there are like attachments you can buy for the quest specifically to block out the light.
I looked up some as well, and they were like, they were a bit
Kind of-
finicky and like nose clippy things. But
Yeah.
Can I say as well how easy it's been to pass this
my
headset
God.
around to people on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
couch?
Yep.
yeah.
It's
mean,
really
it's not-
simple. As soon as it knows it's outside the zone, it's like, hey, have you moved? Do you want to reset your zone? You're like, yeah. And it's like, is this good? And you're like, yeah.
That's
super
a
smart.
step above. Quest still goes reset your play area,
Yeah,
and that's fine. Oh, look at that mark.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Solid.
I will say again, I've played a lot of VR. I don't have the
weight.
cramp and the
Yeah.
weight. I may have a mark there. Again, I think that's unavoidable.
No.
You're wearing
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
wearing a piece of plastic on your head. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to seem like I'm like all the joys of it, but I have played a lot of Quest 1, and that thing is outdated now, especially by that. So,
Like, I mean, I know I did GT, but that's a lot more of a game being translated into VR. Did that feel like it clearly felt unique?
yeah,
of an
I know that
experience?
game never gets too intense speed wise. So I think I could definitely see myself playing
Like
that.
playing the full
I
game?
don't know if, and maybe chat does, if the people played Resi 4 the whole way through. That was apparently one of the best sort of software sellers for the Quest 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is on that, but that is one game I've been dying to play, and I feel like that. Yeah, I kind of want to keep going.
Play the
in
whole
that.
thing.
Like,
That looked great as well. As someone who hasn't only experienced it through Game Club, that was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh
played-
man, that's made me want
and
to
I
play
played it on
now.
PS5 on
Yeah.
a big TV, and that still made me look at graphics like, ooh, graphics.
Yeah,
Like,
yep.
ooh.
The reveal of the village was insane.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Peter is playing something else.
So I'm doing something also terrifying because this is it's called. What is it called?
Looks around room for game title.
I'm looking for. It'll be on the poster somewhere, right? I believe it's called Drums Rock. But I'm
Rum rock.
It's in the.
Yeah,
in the
I'm bringing
script.
up the script. Yeah.
We all put our scripts
It's
away.
called Drums Rock.
It is a Drums Rock.
There you go.
It is a rhythm game. It came out on PC last year, I believe.
Right.
But it is.
Drums rock. Yeah.
Yep. It's come out at launch for PSVR 2, which is super cool. I was really, when I saw this demo, I was like, oh, awesome. I think a drumming VR game is going to be really perfect for the PSVR because I'm like, I sit down to play VR because I get squeamish even doing that. But when I stand up, I last like maybe 25 minutes.
And there's
of VR.
there's like half the catalogs now are
Yeah.
still games. There's like the Spy one. There's the
Sorry, that would look bad. Are you seeing the game?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because otherwise I'm sitting here too.
I mean, to be fair, most things in VR look sus as fuck, but yeah. So you're just freeforming. But yeah, there are a lot of there's the spy one that I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to kill you or something.
Yeah,
it's not keep talking, no one explodes, but it's like doing puzzles in one position.
Stop on that menu. So I've got a couple options. All of these songs are karaoke versions of songs. They're probably still not super stream friendly, but we're gonna play one anyway. We got I Love Rock and Roll or Rule the Night, but I reckon we got to go Joan Jett.
And you are.
And I did this. Yeah, right. No, I did this one earlier, so I got to beat that.
Okay.
Nice. I want to know: are you cross-arming the way you would if you were hi-hatting and the way I played drums growing up, and it's like, is that going to be comfortable for you to? Nope.
Pete, is there a loose connector on the audio anywhere?
Ooh, let everyone.
I'm getting crackly.
I'm getting a bit of crackle.
I think it's from the headset though. I think it might be the PSVR thing.
Is it? We could isolate that.
It's a clicky
It's not the
thing.
mic that I just punched?
No, it's a clicky
Or the
thing.
mic that we all punched.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
There
Maybe
was when I was in the
Aussie Manny
menus
says it's not the
scrolling
mic.
up and down, it was going,
potentially.
which could have been that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also might be how it tightens and loosens the headset too. I don't know whether that be coming through.
That'd be interesting because the PlayStation was generating the audio, not the headset.
If the headset isn't tight enough, it can move and make clicks, says EvilSpyBoy. Are we still getting the noise?
Anyway, no, not now. Not
Peter, drum louder than the noise.
Okay. I will do my best. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, we got to do that thing.
Yeah. Gus. Gotta do the.
Hang on.
No, he's good. He's good. He remembers.
Gus?
I have
Can you
the
set that
clip.
for me?
Oh, it's not working.
Oh, what?
We're not seeing the thing.
No, it's not on.
Oh.
The thing.
Devo.
I got the thing. We did a little bit of. It looked like Peter was a first-person shooter, and so I ran around as an NPC here.
I have the
did,
clip. Do we want
I
the clip?
pretended to be an Oblivion NPC.
Yeah, play the clip.
We got a clip? Oh, we've got like 5
We do-
seconds
we
of a
do-
tiny bit
yeah,
of a clip
it's a
that
good
we
bit of
had
a
because
clip.
it looked like.
Oh, it's back.
But the thing it's missing is that when I walked up, he went closer to me,
And it just-
like an
Yeah, right.
Oblivion zoom-in screen, and it was like, "Hey, villager, you need to leave this town."
I'll post the full clip in Back Pocket Spoilers.
Yeah, we had the whole
in
thing.
Discord.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, drum, Peter, drum.
Very exciting.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I can reach everything.
but I guess you're playing like a metal drummer who's a bit more.
There's no hi-hat. It's all cymbals and
Yeah,
a
it's
bunch of
rock.
How are you doing?
And you start by going.
Oh yes,
Amazing.
not quite my tempo, Pete.
Oh no!
You're good.
I got caught in the cable.
Sick.
Oh man, can you put the other earphone in for me? Yep. Thanks, man, because they're way out of time. Yeah.
Got lyrics? Oh, nice. I love that I did see 2 songs only, and any good music game knows it should make you unlock everything. Like old rocker Guitar Hero style.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about it, guys. But yeah, there is definitely a crackle coming.
Oh, we
through
got a
the headset,
crackle?
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Jay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Crackle?
It's definitely coming from the game.
In the
Yeah,
game.
weird.
We're not
all
yet.
good.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah, there's a
totally
bit
is
of
there, yeah.
crackle.
I wonder if it's a DMCA thing.
Crackle is good.
I do find sometimes with game capture, eventually there's a weird audio bug. You just get
Yeah.
a bit of a refresh. But
Pete, what difficulty you're on?
I didn't set one.
Because this
I
is
must have.
easy, mate.
Yeah. Perfect.
He's so into what is like. I mean, good for you. I mean, is this not iconic?
compared to you,
The most patronising thing that I've
Is
heard.
this
of
not
my
like
life.
this
adorable
typical rock band Guitar Hero is you feel a lot cooler than you look.
Yeah,
totally.
Be it with a plastic guitar or with a piece of plastic strapped to your head. He's clearly fucking loving life right now.
it's
It's awesome, man. It's great.
And that's what's important.
It's like, again, I like this.
Z-Screen wants to know are you rushing or dragging, Pete?
And it's just coming to me.
yeah. It's Beat Saber. It's Pistol Whip. That
Yeah.
feeling of hitting the beat, and you're so directly involved with the game.
Can you look more at the drums, Peter, as you do it? Just for the... Nice.
He needs,
Oh,
he
nearly
needs
got
to see
it.
the,
He needs to see the
he needs to
things
see the
coming.
demons.
You need to see the demons.
Hit the head.
Can you... Okay. Challenge, when it goes down, can you click your sticks as well still?
Can I what?
Can you click your sticks together?
Oh, like in
I
between.
can't.
Not
I
now.
shifted the thing on my head as well, so now it's out of focus. I headbang too hard. I can do this.
He can do that.
Can do
There
it.
you go.
Good. Now juggle a stick. Don't juggle a
Now
stick.
what?
Juggle a stick.
That's sick. Oh my god.
Wow.
Are you out of sticks? Is it like the infinite knives? Oh,
that's
he's
amazing.
rocking out now. There's no stopping him. Good night, Wisconsin. Infinite sticks. Oh, that's good.
Amazing. Amazing job.
Amazing.
Encore.
That was phenomenal. Now, which game was the sweatiest?
Yeah, they were different levels of sweaty.
Yeah.
It's always rhythm games.
You were nervous about a good upshift.
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
nervous about being eaten.
Yeah.
You had to get the timing right. And
You were climbing.
I nearly fell off a cliff.
nearly fell off a cliff.
Intentionally.
I just wanted to see if I could, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, like, that's so immersive. It's like, it's perfect. It feels like, I often find with VR a frustration of going, there's something on the ground, and you experience that. There's something on the ground, I can't reach it. I can't grab at it. And because everything is set, once you're set in position, it's just, it's one-to-one. That drum is there, I'm going to hit it.
A few people in chat
You don't
mentioned
need
that.
to look.
Yeah,
You know?
chat mentioned there are a few extra modes of preset modes for how to play that it does fall back on. It's like, are you seated? Are you standing? Are you in your regular space? That kind of thing.
Yep.
We're doing this all seated. I think if I was going to settle in for a session of this, I would clear some space and be like, I'm going to
Stand up.
play
Totally,
standing. I'd do that for Resident Evil.
They suggest a 2x2 meter play space.
Yeah, which is pretty standard. I think it's interesting. Like, that is amazing. It is still tethered. There is still a cable. As you said, it is one cable. So we are at the point now where this is as best we can do cable management wise.
Yep.
I didn't really feel it was there.
No.
Maybe if I'm standing, turning around, playing in a space, it could get a little, I don't want to say like as an issue, but as someone who has the Quest 1 and has watched the Quest 2, for as much as I love the freedom, I'm at a point where that thing is bricked now. There is, I think, practically no software coming out on it, and everything that was coming out on it, as much as I tried to love it as much, it was like a Switch. It was massively downscaled. I was playing really like sort of soft-edged versions of games. The 2 had a bit more grunt, but there is a limitation for another 5 years until we're getting that level on a wireless.
Totally.
Like-
I don't even know if we'll necessarily get there. I mean, we
So
might.
you can,
but-
if you have decent enough Wi-Fi, you can stream from your PC to your
Which,
Quest.
that's true, which I've done.
yeah.
It's just like good if you can do it. Like if your PC has enough grunt to do that, absolutely. But I mean, just the
Would you do it
setup
over the like
that's
the
how I
worry that your Wi-Fi drop? Like, there's a chance that like any good connection, it can shit itself.
Yeah, totally.
Versus having a cable, I'm like, I'd probably take the cable at that point.
I think for the simplicity of that, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and as EvilSpyBoy points out, wireless means heavier because it needs battery in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, true.
It just
And you're
suddenly
getting
becomes-
like an hour and a half of like real play out of it.
totally. And when I use the Oculus 2, even though it is more powerful than the Oculus Quest 1,
Meta.
whatever, I'm plugging it in. So for me, I do the link,
Yeah.
because you can do that.
Yeah. And the
so
link's
I'm
on the
using
side, so it's not ideal. Versus that is in the right spot for it.
It's really tidy.
We should address the fact that it is a steep price point on top of the fact
totally.
that the PS5 is now it's in stock in Australia, more available. It is still an expensive console, and it is, I believe, the price point in this is you're looking just shy of $800 for it. Is that
It's
correct?
like $950.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
more expensive than the console.
Yeah, which is wild. So a lot of people mention it in chat, and I don't think we're going past that at all. It's like it is a luxury on top of a luxury. For an experience that is very good.
And it's still, I think, for all we've said negative about the Quest 2, there's not a better VR headset out there in terms of bang for buck.
Price point
totally,
and
totally.
simplicity, I think.
Yeah.
This is now looking for me like what the Vive was and stuff. Like if I want to up my VR game and be like, okay, I've played all the games, I know which types I like, and I now want them in high fidelity, and I want them with
And the other negative for me is the library is locked to whatever PlayStation allow onto their system. Which again, I'm like, that's a great piece of hardware. If they let me use it on my PC, I'm buying it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You know, like I'll use it on my PlayStation 5, but I'm going to take it across to my PC, and that's such a clean solution.
I will say in its defense as well, I've seen a lot of people mention that, as we even talked about, the fact that Horizon Call of the Mountain is the really only new piece of software. And a lot of people, when there were VR Directs saying, here's everything coming out on the PSVR 2, oh, we've seen all this before. I was like, yeah, but the select VR audiences are limited to the people who've taken that first step into it. Yeah. And I think it's interesting that now there is actually a back catalogue. There is a really decent amount. Yes, there's Beat Saber. Yes, there's Moss. But there is a lot of stuff. There were titles continually coming out, some that were really flying under the radar, Tentacular, all that kind of stuff. And they are all on this. Yes, they're all full priced. And so I think that's when the question will be like, are you buying... What's a VR game cost these days? So I'd be interested to see how that goes.
Call of the Mountain is a full freight game.
Yes.
Right. So
It's like
and it doesn't come with it.
Yeah, so I should say my $950 price is the package deal. So it's $879.
Yes.
But if you
get Call of the Mountain,
it's $950. So it's a huge price.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't come bundled with a game.
Not automatic. Like there's two versions.
There's versions that you can get a game with.
Yeah.
Sure. I just find that interesting because it was wild that the PS5 came with Astrobot, the game, which was wonderful. Yeah. And then the original PSVR, actually, I don't think didn't come with Astrobot.
I don't think it came with any.
I think it came with PSVR Worlds, which was the
downhill sledding
experience room.
I think that's a little disappointing because at that price, you do want that first thing that you get to experience. And annoyingly, I think there's a few PSVR 1 games that aren't on this. So people have paid for Astrobot VR, which apparently was wonderful, like one of the best experiences, and it's not available, I believe, and it's... Yeah, and it would be full price.
I mean,
Your library
you're locking there's no backwards compatibility, so you're locking out a generation unless the developers choose to support it and Sony give them the green light. But I think overall, like that's a fun experience. I always have a fun experience with VR headsets when I first put them on. There is a honeymoon period. But I have no nausea, and I've played it a couple of times, and I always get nauseous. And so I think it is, for me, this is the most pixel dense version of a VR headset that I've used. And that's helped a lot. That's at least how I feel. It might also be something to do with the weight of it and the fact that it doesn't have cloth, so I'm not getting really hot while I'm playing it as well. But like, I'm impressed with it as someone
I like
who
that you appreciate
doesn't
the weight.
like VR.
I'm like, I love that little bit of dangly plastic. That put me in a dark room.
100%, which is what you absolutely need. And I think another thing is, the first thing I noticed when I put it on as opposed to my Quest 2 was that the wider angle of view really does make a huge difference in making you feel like you're there. So I kind of wonder if that may be helping with your motion sickness, just that you're not kind of like boxed into a tiny little area.
Which is weird because don't they tunnel as a sort of fallback for motion sickness. Often the game you were playing, and most by default, the vision vignette's hard to tunnel if you are when you move to stop you feeling sick. But I guess as a sitting around experience.
But that's not happening in the headset, and what we were seeing of Horizon for us, what it was pushing out to the TV was a really hard circle vignette. But you still have full peripheral.
But I felt,
But I think what we're seeing is the foveated rendering of here's what it's actually like looking at. Maybe. I don't know exactly what it's pushing out the HDMI cable. But that was a fun experience.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
that's great.
There's an experience with a card that we should probably replay.
We'll
just out of the fact that we wanted to get to it again because that was PSVR 2. Electric Boogaloo?
Correct. Accurate card.
It was.
Thank you very much to Game on Cancer, who rated just at the end there. You'll have noticed that Gus is
sporting another design here tonight. The old fuck cancer. Done in all the...
In all the letters.
That's what it says, Josh.
But he hasn't seen it because the mic's been in front of it all the time.
True. And also that I got quiet on fuck. I mean, it's the old fuck cancer.
You can't say that word. It was definitely the cadence, mate. It was
but if I got to zoom in actual
As
shot,
you should.
I should. But the way I really feel about it, Josh. Where's my zoom in?
What?
Fuck cancer. There you go.
Nice.
But thank you to thanks to the team over there.
Thanks, Game on Cancer, guys. We're going to go to another quick ad break, and when we come back, we'll still have some more game to play. So stick around.
If you've got the time, I've got the games. It's time for the game plan. Uncover the secrets of a mysterious alien world and sci-fi RPG Scars Above. Although I'm pretty sure uncover secrets means shoot everything, but that's video games. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is a fantasy action Souls-like RPG. The Destiny 2 Lightfall expansion offers the new Strand subclass. You can grapple to the air, you can grapple to an enemy's face, you can even grapple to a thunder crash. Titans, finally good for something. Got a friend who forces Settlers of Catan on you every time you visit? Catan Console Edition should keep them busy. 60-player online shooter Leap is giving Halo meets Apex Legends vibes. No Longer Home is a point-and-click adventure game about moving on. And 90s cartoon-inspired puzzle adventure Brock the Investigator is on console. Oh, he's an investigator! I get it. Well, that's it. What are you guys playing this week? Also, the Titan thing was a joke, please. I need your bubble.
Meet Nathan Rohner, a mild-mannered game dev and VR enthusiast. But a freak jewel-severed foot accident has given him hot tub cars for feet and turned him into Rollerstar. By day, Nathan must deal with the ever-crushing burden of being a brilliant indie game developer. But when the evil Dr. Pocket decides to steal all his money and not make his custom Patreon commercial for 6 months, you must use Rollerstar's flowing locks of customer loyalty to smack that pocket back into place.
Patreon? More like Patreon.
And after a hard day of crowdfunding injustice, Rollerstar sloshes into the pants of his lovers with his sexy jewel jet hot tub feet. And when it comes to cruising for a feed, Rollerstar rolls right into the thick of it. Hungarian slop doesn't stand a chance with Rollerstar's high-powered hot tub boost, leaping over the Central European cuisine with ease. And don't worry, kids, he washes up real good. Rollerstar. Rollerstar comes with everything you see here, plus everything you don't, including billions of hot tub-borne diseases.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, and a big thank you to those who supplied words from our sponsors. We did get one there from SirBoboGargle, and a new one there from ASMR Roseia, who did a little bit of ASMR.
Rose Hallowell.
Oh,
in
that's
the chat. This is my ad.
There you go.
Oh, right.
There you
Names to
go.
faces. There we
There
go.
you
Thank you so
go.
much for your message there. A little bit of relaxing ASMR or stressful ASMR if you don't like it. Either way, a little bit of ASMR. Thank you so much for sending in a word from our sponsors. You can do the same as well if you're a patron. And if you're not, you can't send one in. Is that how that works?
No, we opened it up to everyone.
Yeah, we opened it up to everyone.
Because
So
even patrons are too lazy to make ads.
if you want a supercut, a remix of me screaming as things attack me in VR, go right ahead, Reese.
Yeah, do it.
We've thought about firing Will just so we'll get ads sent in from Will.
That's a good point. God, you did the best work.
They all
do wonderful work.
You're the reason anything like that exists. Because we're like, oh, people just fucking love sending this stuff. It's literally just
We
Will with
overestimated based off your input.
40 accounts.
Yeah.
We also saw the game plan in there, the up-to-date relevant game plan. How good is that?
Incredible.
They are now
It's very exciting.
relevant to the week that they're in, and that was brought to us by A. Timothy. Thank you, A. Timothy, the builder of worlds and the builder of the game plan as well. All right, let's get on with our next segment of the show, and that's a segment we haven't seen for a while, and we forgot
Yeah, we
the
forgot
title card. And I fucking love this title card. It's a segment called FMWE.
Oh, this one!
So good.
That's right.
How's he doing that?
How's he
doing that?
That's
amazing.
That's amazing.
He's right here.
He's there, but when we
That
leave,
little guy.
comes to
Comes to
life.
life. He's a Johnson and friend.
FMWE is where we get together and play an FMV game, and we've picked one out tonight.
Is it 10 dates?
It is 10. I told you, we're doing boy date night. And of course, we would have that segment brought to us by the community hot boy himself. It's Nicrotex. He's sitting here right next to me, and he's bringing us this segment.
Would date.
Would date indeed. And as is tradition, no, keep it there. As is tradition, when we get a segment by Nicrotex, we read out one of his tweets, which we're going to do right now, right next to him. Is this a first?
This is
probably a
terrifying.
first. So we found a tweet from Nicrotex, which I thought was delightful, witty, funny, not too long. All the things.
No, come on.
What?
Nick sent that to you.
Yeah, but
this is a good one.
The magic is gone.
The VR headset is ripped off of your sentence. How dare you, Peter?
Because I looked at the script and I was like, you guys haven't got a tweet. Do you want me
I
to just
read
go
it and went. I read it and I remember reading it once and going, I remember this one.
Did you like it?
And I liked it. I
outburst
thought
of air
it
from
was.
the nose.
I
So
thought it
did
was
you
good.
actually like it at the time?
Oh nah, fuck, I don't do that.
No.
So Nicrotex writes in his tweet, and this is appropriate because we're doing a dating game. Hey girl, are you the launch title for the Nintendo Switch or a beloved franchise spanning over 30 years that ultimately sold over 18 million copies, single-handedly reinvigorating consumer enthusiasm in the company that created you? Because your breath is wild.
Nice.
Funny, not too long, appropriate, clever, all the things that this man is.
You say not too clever, though?
Not too clever. Not too clever. I said quite short. No. So thank you, Nicrotex.
Not too long. Not too long.
Not too long.
Okay. Also, clever, not too long. Okay, good.
Thank you, Nicrotex, for sponsoring FMWE. As we mentioned, we are going to check out a game called 10 Dates, which is getting a bit of traction recently. It's an FMV game where you go speed dating, and the story is about, it's a sequel, I should say, to the interactive rom-com 5 Dates. So they just added 5 more dates. They doubled down. But in this game, Misha, a millennial from London, is in search of that elusive in-person connection, looking for that single man, that single developer.
Single guy. Yeah.
And she tricks her best friend Ryan into going into to a speed dating event with her. 12 hours of footage. What?
There's 12 hours of
I don't think we have
shot
time,
footage.
Josh. We don't have time for that.
Hey,
what was that, Josh?
I said we don't have time.
We don't have time.
That. Roll 12 hours of footage. Is there? I want to go back a menu, but I can't see the bottom corner. Can you just overlay full screen just in case there is something there? Yeah, nothing. Oh,
no, it's just left or right.
But there's two major characters in the game. I believe half of the game is driven
5
by
dates
each of them. 5 days each. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's Ryan and there's Misha. We're gonna play Misha. Well, actually, we can
put it to chat.
Yeah, we can make it to
chat. Who would you like us to play? Because of course, the idea being is that we're then going to get 5 dates. I believe of the opposite sex, maybe not. But in that case, we're going to be looking at what I imagine is awkward back and forth. Mm-hmm. So would we prefer to be the
FMV.
comfortable or hopefully in control male or female watching
can you put
5?
That back up? I need it.
I've broken my brain. Watching 5 awkward men fluster or 5 awkward women fluster. Because I imagine that's the idea. Maybe there's super confident ones and we're the bumbling idiot. That's how it works for me. Thanks, Josh.
I'm also just going to make sure that stream mode is on, which means there's not a timer putting pressure on our answers so that we can make sure that the audience...
Pretty mixed. Misha, Ryan, Misha.
Pretty split.
Do we have can we get a quick poll up, mods, if possible, but no stress. It'd have to be a short one.
There is one up.
Oh, there is a poll running. Thank you. We're just
Currently, Ryan is leading.
Ryan is leading.
Okay.
Ooh, am I on
By
settings?
50,
Stream
it's
mode
50.
is on.
Ooh, looks like Ryan might be the winner.
Okay, looks
It's
like
almost
Ryan's
up. It's almost up.
all good. So we'll pick that character and then we'll dive in and hopefully it's awkward.
It's going to be Ryan, is it?
I think it's Ryan.
Right?
Yeah, Misha's making a late comeback. Hang on.
Misha's making a late comeback.
Sudden Misha lead.
I love that Josh laugh.
Wow,
over the
very
microphone.
close.
Apparently in the first game you could date Yaz from Doctor Who.
Right. I
Who's
wonder
that?
if she has more character development in this
Oh.
or Doctor Who.
Misha wins.
Hey, fuck you, Joshy.
Take that, BBC.
Is it Joshy's favourite
No, I don't know. I
think
don't know
so.
what Joshy thinks
okay.
on.
Misha won.
Misha won.
43
Okay.
votes to 40. Very close.
Very close
Nice.
indeed. Misha, let's do it.
All right.
Joshy, I love you. I'm sorry. I was only joking.
All right, here we go. I think it's just going to start playing video at us.
Oh no! First, you need to be found.
Oh, making her
Misha's
account.
27. She's 5'2". She's from London.
London.
We don't get to change any of that.
We get to.
Oh, we get to pick a picture.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, man. It already begins.
Uh,
Okay, Gus, you're a Tinder aficionado.
I am. That's true. Let's go
What
with
would
this.
what
You-
would you
you'd
swipe
go-
Okay,
right
let's go
on
from the-
straight away.
That
Definitely
one's
that one.
That one's
Definitely that
definitely
one.
this one.
I would have
Playful,
said 3 or 4. Yeah.
lovely
Yeah.
smile. Out in the. Oh, what's this? What industry do you work in?
Creative.
Finance or creative? Creative. I'd go creative. Well, I'd want.
We're trying to make...
Is this? Wait, am I me? Am I Misha?
We're supposed to be Misha, but what angle are we taking?
I think Gus
Puts
is
the
now
R
just
back on
describing his ideal
Sorry,
woman.
Josh.
I said now Gus is just describing who you'd like to date.
Well, that's what I. I
I
realized
think
that.
you're
Yeah.
going to need someone in healthcare.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Yeah, that's actually a good one.
All right.
No, now okay.
Interests?
I wouldn't put charity. I wouldn't put
Partying.
partying. Arts and culture.
Wouldn't put charity. You're wearing a charity shirt. You've got the charity covered.
Yeah,
I've got charity covered.
Yeah.
I would put arts and culture or travel. But everyone says travel and doesn't actually.
It just means hiking.
Everyone wants to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one can afford to.
And everyone wants to be cultured.
Yeah.
Arts and culture.
Yeah.
And star sign. Wait, what?
Oh, there's another level of
Interests?
Yeah.
Two layers deep.
Yeah.
Oh, you said travel, and I'll put travel in as well.
Yeah, that works.
Three interests?
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Food and drink.
No, that's stupid. Everyone eats and drinks.
It's a good point.
I would put in technology. Put in technology.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, gamer girl.
Yeah. Or just like someone who's. Oh, this doesn't matter. Fucking pick it at random. Boo! Astrology's bullshit.
I mean, it is. But come on.
Well, I'm a Leo. So I obviously
So
match
you
with
go,
a.
did you go the opposite side of the calendar?
Is that how that works?
I don't know. No one knows.
I think so. Opposites
I
attract.
say things that people are like,
Paul-
you're such a
Paula
Libra.
Abdul
What's the
told
opposite
us.
to a lion? A woman with 2 jars of water.
Is that Virgo?
Cancer, because fuck cancer and we want to fuck cancer.
Oh, very good.
Perfect.
Here we go. That was amazing.
Ah, that was me having a good day.
Oh, so they're mates.
Yeah, so she talks him into
I just got back from
going to do the dates as well.
Made myself some
Is
food.
that loud enough for you guys?
Could probably use a
Tad
little
more.
bunch.
I believe
Little bunch.
that halfway through you switch to the other person regardless.
Yeah, I missed a payment, but it's fine. I've paid it now.
Stream can let me know if it's too loud or too quiet.
Oh, good.
Anyway, I've got some news.
Okay.
I joined a dating app.
Have you?
2 friends
Well, I mean,
who
we
are
are
single,
inevitable.
needing to date,
I was
who
expecting
FaceTime
more
each other.
They're
It's
both
like,
cute.
and they're both
They
cute,
have,
unless
people in
they're related.
glass houses come through.
Like,
No way.
Oh,
Why
you
is this
mean
not
that
gonna
this
be
is like
dating?
one of those Hollywood
Yes,
films
a
where
lot.
it's like the
They
friends
realize
encourage
their
each
love
other
for
to
each
date and
other
then they
and
love
yeah.
each other.
that Hollywood
Yeah.
film, Are We Related?
Misha, you're not helping.
Name my cousins. It's you. I love you.
Whatever you just said. There's still 0. What about you?
Hey, the grass.
That would
is
suck
always
if
greener.
you
I've
go
got,
on a
like,
journey and at the end of the game's
80
like,
likes,
actually,
But like once you filter out
you
like,
two
the bad
just
ones
get together.
and the nude pics and the meh ones, it's all just a bit quiet.
Are your standards a little bit high?
Acting's not bad so far.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
said,
Pretty
I
good.
reckon
That's
everyone
good.
could be a better actor reading a script off their phone
So you
into
get
their
that
phone,
phone.
pretending they're just having a bored
I
conversation.
mean, they're holding a 90D or
camera.
something. Like it's, it's very crisp.
Okay, why are you telling me this?
Because
Also,
I'm
no one
pregnant
frames
and,
himself
like,
this well. It should be up their
wanna
noses.
have a drink before.
Could you just say less? It'd be great if you just stopped speaking about 30 seconds ago.
See you there. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, so they're going the same speed
It's
dating
not
thing,
that cold.
So they're going to meet up in the middle of it as well. They'll get matched and get to like debrief.
Maybe.
That's a cool that's a cool friend date.
Yeah. Did anyone play 5 Dates in chat? Shout out, and was it any good?
Someone face to face, like you can see that it's
How am I playing this? Oh, the audience will play
Yes,
this.
but what if there
Yeah.
is no vibe? What do you do then? If you're online, you can log off, you can make it an excuse, you can just
I
be
was speaking
gone
to
by
someone who's
internet connection.
sped date recently, but they were like 1 minute each. So, oh,
We're going to be beginning very shortly.
Derek's a
so
bit of a looker.
gentlemen, if you can
Velvet
make your
jacket.
way to your table numbers.
It's not fair, all the blokes who were there.
This is what you're
You want
gonna
a
find
charming
that
guy and a
genuine
microphone?
connection banging on about.
Or do you?
What if he didn't have a microphone? Would that change things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling at me like that? Why are you smiling at me like that?
No, I'm not smiling. You like anything.
Oh, she set him up. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
There is a small possibility I might have signed us both up.
Duh.
I'm not doing it.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'll just leave.
Oh, come on.
No.
Look, at least it's going to be a good story.
It is not going to be a good story. I'm just going to get.
Maybe they've already
You've been
dated.
Preparing for this. I'm not doing it.
Great.
And they're like good friends who knew.
Possible.
Oh, he's browsing. He's browsing the shop floor.
How does
I like Misha.
Sorry, what?
Don't
Yeah,
make
this
me
is
repeat
considerably better
myself.
acting than
Any other
any other
FMWE guy.
Yeah, it's no,
Jerk off! For context, that was in another FMB game.
You have 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And halfway
I hate to be a new viewer tonight.
yeah.
I'm out.
And then have also class when there's 1 minute.
Why are they speed dating at someone's house? I'm pretty sure this is a pub.
Yeah,
they're in a British pub.
Pub's
That's
a
why I
stretch.
don't
It's
wanna
a
do it.
bar.
We're going to start with the gentleman by your first allotted table numbers. And good luck. Have fun.
well, looking at
It does
that,
kind of look like they've hired a space.
those doors are
Those
that's
doors
a
aren't-
studio space.
Yeah.
and they've
Go well, lad.
I like her. She's like, go well, lad.
you did create her.
I did create
So,
her.
I don't know what that
Oh, this is Jake.
Jake.
Let's say Jake now in session.
Hey,
Class in session.
I'm a hugger. Should we hug? Something first, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it might have something to do with his occupation. I might have seen a clip or two.
Misha, I think I might have crinkled your shirt a bit back there.
No, I don't think you did. I've
Eye contact.
Okay, so quick story. My grandmother buys me a birthday gift every year, and she likes
I already
to give me a
fucking
shirt,
love him.
And
Yeah.
this is a
Very sweet.
2013.
Date all these people.
Nice.
Teacher and clearly too busy to buy my own clothes.
Teacher, good.
Do
Gets
you
on
have
with his
any,
family.
birthday traditions?
Oh, I don't know if I can compete with that shirt. Grandma clearly knows her drip.
Hey, she's
birthday
got good taste.
traditions. I mean,
What are we saying? Yes or no? to?
birthday traditions?
Do we have any birthday traditions?
Which is a bizarre question. But
Yeah,
I
because
assume we
we're
don't
not-
make them up.
because we're not the person.
Yeah.
I mean, you would say
You'd
yes
have to
to
say
engage.
yes.
If you said no,
Yeah.
you'd just be shutting the conversation down.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and
I actually do have a tradition. My granddad always buys me a jumper. on
Keep
my
track of
Now
how
she's
your
lying.
decisions
Do you
are.
love a jumper?
But he's colourblind, so... But instead of seeing the colours differently, he sees them all the same.
Oh,
It's
she's
called,
Tritonomaly.
It's
We
real.
do.
Oh my
Dating
god.
business is such like an interesting format.
Yeah.
They're gonna scream Tritonomy when they
I
come.
actually don't go to school for it for long.
Jesus.
Summer holidays, though.
Exactly.
This is going too
You've
well.
been dated before?
Oh, you're gonna mark me this game.
I just imagine
No, I won't
the
do that
people
to you,
that
of
have
course
created the speed dating saying that in the corner. Like, oh, mate.
This is going like they're back and forthing like a sort of.
So the question was, have you speed dated before? Do we want to give off a vibe like we're a
we're being
regular
honest.
speed dater, or
Well,
do we want
she
to?
hasn't.
I don't
'cause
think,
she's
no, we're not regular, I don't think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Are we regular? Are you regular?
Futon 80.
Are you regular?
Are you regular?
Futon 83.
Only to the toilet.
Futon. Someone eat a pretzel for God's sake.
They're right there. They look so tasty. I would say no.
No, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I think no.
Like we're going no. We're going.
I haven't speed dated before.
Okay.
Just use apps and trying to meet people the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, me too. I don't normally do this type of thing, but I kind of thought, hey, why not enlist the help?
You're investing in your own happiness.
Enlist the help. Is that a class thing?
Yeah.
I was going to say...
Hey, something's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
Velvet
What
jacket guy is a
most
pleb.
important to you in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm glad you added that last part. I'm not sure we're ready for politics
Yeah.
just yet.
3 minutes to go.
Oh, shit.
3 minutes?
3 minutes. Oh, okay.
Well, maybe I'd be so bold to say...
Shit. Watch just
for love.
Post show.
Post show. That's a post show one.
That's a post show.
Is that too much?
No.
Shit, what did they say?
Nothing else, I'm honest.
Good to know.
What
Oh,
was
man,
the
this
question?
is like a real
missed the
day.
question.
You just zone out.
Do we like looks, brains, or we don't know yet?
Oh yeah. What's the most important
Josh,
thing
was
to
it-
you in
did
a
you hear the
relationship?
question?
Was that it?
Give me 2 seconds. I got something for you.
Wait, what?
He's looking for love. What are you looking for? Don't know yet.
Oh,
Right.
are we looking for... I mean, no one knows.
You don't want to say looks straight off the bat, right?
No. And
No.
brains...
Brains is weird.
I think don't know yet is honest.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Especially, you don't want to say brains at a teacher as well. That just feels.
I think we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah,
Play
brains,
it aloof.
brains.
Let's be aloof.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm hoping I'll sort of know it when I see it.
Well, I think the most intelligent minds are the ones that aren't afraid to admit when they don't know something.
How do you mean?
Okay. So we nailed the brain
at
thing.
School, I've got like 2 types of kids. You have the ones who sort of steamroll in and pretend like they know everything. And then you have the ones who aren't afraid to admit when they don't know something. And they definitely advance faster.
Nah, go wrong, go strong.
Confidence is good, but yeah.
Go wrong, go strong.
Come on, though, you've got to have a type at least.
No, I don't think I do.
Not
He's verging on a little uppity, like a little
I
bit.
guess
Yeah.
my previous exes have all been brunettes.
Personality-wise, is there anything that you're like drawn to?
Previous exes have all been what? I missed
Brunettes. But he was struggling to come up with a
My
type.
last ex
So
was
he's
quite
like,
hard on me.
oh.
She kind of would say more sort of bad things than nice things to me by the end. That was quite tough, but yeah.
Interrupt.
Sort of felt like I needed to grow a backbone.
I think we interrupt.
No,
we've only got 3 minutes.
Yeah, we only got 3 minutes, and we don't want to hear his fucking sob story about his ex-girlfriend.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, she wanted to interrupt to say.
About something that you absolutely
Yeah, she's interrupting
No,
people
yeah,
like,
yeah.
God, this is
Yeah.
British.
No, I really appreciate that. I guess
We're making all the right moves.
no,
We got
Yeah.
sort of
I know.
taught me
Maybe we're really
key
good
things
at
that I am
dating.
looking
We're going to
for.
be spoilt for
I guess
choice.
the-
He's like, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
Kindness is something that I value a lot.
This is so wholesome. I thought this
Who
was...
dies? Every FMV game we've ever played.
Wait, now we've got a minute.
Someone dies.
Now we...
What else do you do with yourself, Jake, besides date randoms?
I like to read a lot. It's
Nerd.
favorite hobbies.
Air quotes, nice. I picked up a book in my time.
Favorite genre.
Oh, finishing with a toughie.
Can I just say before you hit...
Erotic. You gotta leave them wanting more.
I mean,
Come
you're
on,
watching,
last thing's
you're
gonna
watching
happen
this
on
show.
this
Before I
date.
go, she's answering stuff that like we're not prompting her, which is like witty off the bat and like good banter back and forth. And I'm like, so that's the weird thing. I thought we'd be saying everything and like yes or no.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy
but
is-
so far she steered most of it in the right
Yeah.
direction. So it is up to us to fuck it up. Peter, hit erotic.
I'm a huge fan of erotic fiction.
Really?
Is that something you're keen on? Or?
It's not something that I've tried reading before, but if you're into it, I'll give it a go.
Bit of Broadway. Do women look for that when they find out that you're a teacher?
No. No, they don't, actually.
Oh, now he's on the back
I
foot.
wouldn't be into it even if they did.
Oh.
And that is time.
Right. Wow, what a,
That
what
felt
a
like a
finisher.
wall going up.
Yeah.
Maybe this is less about us just picking at the end and more about...
Listen, I'd love to be able to contact you.
Oh, yeah, what's your socials?
It's always socials.
I'm not actually on socials. I don't even have a smartphone.
Oh, fuck.
saving
Oh,
this
God.
news for the end of the date. Nice work.
Oh, but we're into technology.
I thought, and someone can correct me here, I thought the idea with speed dating is you went through and at the end of it you say who you liked and they say who you liked and they kind of Tinder it anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I have no idea.
That's actually
That, I, I spoke to someone who
yeah.
went speed dating and that's how it worked. It wasn't just at the end of the minute.
A friend of mine.
No,
went
no,
speed
seriously,
dating
she
one
did.
time.
And she said at the end of a minute, you wouldn't say at the end of a minute, oh,
me
can
a
I get
date.
your number?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, right.
So where did you go for this?
I haven't done it. I'll do it. I would do it. I haven't done it.
Ty's in the fast lane.
What's up, Ty? Ty brought his motorbike helmet.
Nah.
How do we?
Of course you are.
We don't like you.
How do we fast forward time?
Don't go together. True.
Put your helmet on your bike.
But
mate.
responsible. Bikes and alcohol
Sorry,
don't go
it's a
together.
Pandemic hangover.
You're an
Sure.
elbow bumper.
But he's not even sitting.
I'm a frontline worker, so I've had to deal with a lot of COVID patients directly.
Well, that makes sense.
Healthcare.
Why you be careful.
Yeah.
Seriously though, you guys have been amazing. I don't know what we'd all do without the NHS.
Is this made by the BBC?
So Ty,
fucking
how
love
you
it.
do with your days?
Listen,
Claps for the NHS.
Oh, man, I'm already in love with him.
He's... Do you have a job?
I made that.
Okay,
That
this
beat-
is purposely...
That's mine.
Nice helmet.
it's paid appropriate.
Oh, okay.
This is gone. Here's a good
I'm
date.
asking.
Here's a shit date. Like, this is... Again, we haven't done anything yet, and this is already very awkward.
Part of me is wondering if this is like, do we want to go all in on this just to
Like be bad.
Well, more to be like,
Nick, you want
I just
bad?
want to know. I want to know all about him.
I
now.
want to know all about him as well.
Why is he being so cagey?
What makes Ty tick?
He's like trying to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. Like,
Break
I'm gonna
him.
try and break the
Break
barrier.
him,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
just be like, all right, you do your shtick for 3 minutes, and I'll just sit here and have to fucking deal with your shit.
Prop him up, and then we'll knock his.
Pass, please. This and that is too chill. This person has killed people.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
Unless you're part of some, like, mafia ring, in which case blink twice.
I'm just not into the whole interrogation thing.
Why are you speed dating?
So much of this.
Oh, shit.
He's all hands.
He's covering. He's closed off.
You think that's your FBI training coming in? You're like, that person's being defensive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Read me.
Protect your necks.
That's why these were great.
Yeah,
They protect so much more.
Do you think I sit down at the speed date and take the VR off? I should probably take that off the table.
You just call me in the middle of Resident Evil Village.
What do you do? This and that.
All right.
Okay. What's cool? What's not cool? Forgot the question.
I think it's about him being like, I don't like being interrogated. He's been
say cool. Like aren't we leading him on? We're like, that's cool. Yeah.
We want him to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually studied interrogation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The first thing you have to do is antagonize the client. I find it works particularly well on bouncers.
Does it now?
100% success rate.
I should come party with you.
Do you party a lot? Clubbing, afters, all that?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
This is your halfway warning,
This guy.
guys.
Shut up.
3 minutes to go.
We're definitely going to sit with him in the break and get on the
Or you
tune.
speed dating?
I tend to run in the same
kids still
circles.
say get on the tune?
Gets a bit
Oh,
old.
no.
So you've exhausted your circle of options.
What do you think?
He's still the youngest person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm the conduit and I've got nothing for you.
What do you think I am?
Not sure.
His answers
deciding.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You say
I hate him now.
open-minded?
Why?
I
You
still
can't
think
answer
the
the
host.
question.
Yeah,
I
we're
can
open-minded.
answer.
Okay. Prove it.
Open-minded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I would say I am.
Cool.
Cool.
Now, are you going to tell me why you asked me that?
I like to know where I stand with people.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Well,
Yeah,
the
okay,
world's
this guy sucks.
changing, and it's important for us to stay open.
Yeah, I reckon next answer we shut
It's
him
hard
down.
to do that when you're grown.
Are we grown?
Getting there, trying. Just don't like labels. If I want to do something that's
This guy
out
is
of
just
excitement
fucking...
or curiosity, then so be it.
Give Ty some time.
Instagram and
Social
Tumblr
life,
had a baby.
work life, sex life.
I see.
I'm one of those people.
Go now. Inappropriate. Yeah, Pete, get in there.
Variety is the spice of life.
Now, shut him
I don't
down.
think this is appropriate first date chat.
Correct.
Yes.
What?
Says the
You know
woman who
what?
threw out,
Hey,
I read erotic fiction.
We are sending out mixed signals like crazy right
It's alright.
now.
We can be someone different to everyone.
These culinary chats with me.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. Damn it.
Sassless, you leave Tumblr out of it.
T to the wise phone.
T to the wise phone.
no.
What's going on?
No.
Oh, that is mad funny,
Swifty
mate.
was into this guy before that moment, and now he's really upset.
Don't interrupt. Let him. Let's see. What
Yeah, let's keep
happens.
going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let him talk on his phone. I don't care.
Right.
We're done.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
done.
yeah,
We're
Can't
done.
wait to get me on my back.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Amazing.
He just set up a date.
Yeah.
Is that meant to be some fucking flex or power move?
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate
That's
this man.
probably his mate.
What should be some personal trainer or something?
It's like,
And a
You're
problem
his
with
mum.
it, mate.
yes, mum. I can't wait to get you.
That was
to rub the
mum's.
deep heat in. I'm sorry, mum. I'll look after you.
You seem very high fashion.
I like nice materials on my skin. See, my boxers are made of extremely soft material.
This guy's in the game for us to clearly not like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of why I wanted at the beginning to be like,
What just?
What the
You'll
fuck?
go?
That wasn't part of the deal.
We never made a deal.
Why are we happy?
Come on, running out of time.
Laugh at Ty is a great.
Laugh at Ty. Laugh at Ty. Laugh at Ty.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
No fair. I don't really like being laughed at either.
Yeah, you're a bit of a dick, mate.
Laughing at you, Ty.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
We literally said laugh at time.
Game is up. Thank you, ladies and gents.
Oh, Saved by the Bell.
This time,
Oh, that's weird.
I want to see you again.
What?
What's your handle?
How about you give me yours?
What? No, I'm saying no.
Games.
I just gotta lay out all my suitors.
It's at It's Ty 25.
Oh,
I'm just gonna save that.
Someone look
Yeah,
that
save
up.
that
It's been
exists.
fun.
I mean, if you made the game, what does it take? It's half a day's work to make
Yeah.
an Instagram account. It's
Yeah.
pics of Ty.
Pics of Ty.
That sucked.
there's an It's Ty 25
Yeah.
on TikTok.
All right. Oh, does it have videos of him? Because that would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
It is a private account.
Lucas, head in the clouds.
After this game came out, it was made a private account. yeah.
Hey.
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
You meant to.
Thank you.
What are you
Still
drinking?
polite.
Have you been
Yeah.
waiting long?
No, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
It'd suck if she turned him away.
She's
though.
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's great.
Oh, sorry. My I've only just finished work, you see, so it takes me a minute to recalibrate.
What do you do for work?
I get that.
You missed the first 2 dates.
I am a
Yeah.
freelance computer engineer.
Fuck him.
Ooh.
And
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
all over the place.
Don't mind me.
Reflex.
Coding in my free time. Try and fix problems.
And he's not drinking Drano.
Do you know about Raspberry Pi?
Oh, I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
Okay.
I eat it.
it's
We're
a
into
small
technology.
computer that you can program
did say that.
Like simple projects.
Yeah,
For
this is a lot of
example,
boxes to.
I built myself a dashboard.
I mean, just the
in
one
Postcode.
from earlier.
Cool.
So it shows me my time, my speed, my location.
Good. Careful on the
So,
humble
a
brag.
phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
But more fun.
don't know that I.
She didn't ask what do you do for
Yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
She didn't hear me.
The great creator,
God.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Steve Jobs.
No.
No.
Yeah. All right.
God.
All right.
What's
Get a
your
haircut, you
situation?
fuck.
Do you have
Not you.
flatmates?
That's alright.
He lives
You
with
look
his.
great.
Which,
Okay.
to be honest, I love. Antisocial though. I don't know if you found this book.
Yeah, he's gotta stop talking.
It's just harder and smaller.
Someone ate a
avenues of
pretzel.
Making friends because everyone's already found their clique.
Date him purely to dump him
Things
like
like
he
this
can.
You don't mind me asking,
What?
how do you afford to live on your
I
own?
make
Something I
billions.
was working on just did well. So
Okay.
Toad's loaded.
This might be
myself a place.
might be worth just for the.
And
Yeah. Sugar
Chris's
daddy.
history.
Yeah.
What's he fucking
about you?
drinking?
I don't know.
That's straight out of the
Blue cordial.
urinal.
Yeah.
That's duck.
I thought it was winter.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really.
Do we
Well,
live
yeah,
alone or
right.
do we
This is where we
share?
live, yeah.
Do we share?
Didn't look
I
like
didn't
it.
look like it,
Yeah,
but
it felt
maybe
alone.
is
But
share a
alone would be
sa-
relatable. He'd be like, that's a good sign.
But is
'cause we
share
know
a
he lives
safer
alone.
option? I feel like that's a better thing to say.
All right, do it.
To this guy.
To this guy.
Okay.
That I don't want him to know I'm alone.
As the person that looks closest to this guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him near.
I trust you.
It's lovely getting home to a warm house with people in
That's
it.
a nice answer.
I think it's
Full of
quite
laughter
special
and
coming home.
people working out at expensive gym equipment all the time.
All the time.
So strong.
At the windows.
And well defended.
It's great that you've experienced that.
So if you like living on your own, does that mean you wouldn't want to live with a partner?
No, I'd definitely live with someone, especially if it was someone, that really
That's
meant
nice.
something to me. I think what I need is just my own space to be able to work and focus. That's it.
That's healthy.
Also,
At this point,
The last
like
couple
he's
of years
very
have been
natural.
tough, but
I like his
Yep.
performance.
I'm
at
grateful
this point,
that
a little bit of
we
playful
can
banter
do
about
good
where you
things.
would live when it
Exactly.
works together. You'd be
That
like,
would
well, I
be
guess we get our own place and get a little
Let's
office
take
for you at the
it
side.
well.
You're basically all getting a
Yeah.
taste of dating Gus tonight.
That's when
You're very
AI
welcome.
will eventually surpass mankind. Robots ruling the world.
There's nothing worse than a
If
tech
you
dude who doesn't
could
know what
say
he's fucking
yes
talking
or no
about.
to
Yeah.
happening,
It's called an FMV
Like-
actually. All script.
Yeah. Like if this guy was a proper nerd, he'd be talking about his Plex server.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
You're like, I use my powers for good. Fuck, what was the question?
I don't know.
He was talking about, are
Something
you
about
excited
robots?
about the AI revolution?
AI, yeah.
Do we-
ruling the world and all that. If you could say yes or no to that happening, what would you say?
Oh my god.
Robots taking over.
Robots taking over, yes or no?
That was an instant replay.
Say yes. I mean, saying no is just. But
I mean, here's the thing though. These dates don't mean nothing. Anything. Yeah.
these dates don't mean nothing,
like,
mate.
all we want to know, we're actually just sussing them out. It
Correct,
doesn't have to
yeah.
be about us.
That's a
Yeah,
good
So
point.
yeah,
True,
what
true,
is
true.
the answer that gets some
I
good
would
out
say
of here?
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we're playful.
That's a
I think
playful one.
you'd be like,
Be
yeah,
horny for robots,
I
says
robot.
Lapscallion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robots already run the world.
This guy built a sex robot.
30% chance of dominant.
This is its fuel.
The future, isn't it? So just step into it.
I'm terrified.
Honestly, don't need to be terrified.
Can you imagine walking into a bar and not being able to tell who's a robot and who's real?
I mean, I feel like that anyway in life. So,
Good line.
This is your halfway.
He called her love?
warning,
This is a long one.
guys.
I feel like that
There's
anyway,
3 minutes
love?
to
Is that
go.
what he
No,
said?
he said, I feel like that
180
anyway,
seconds.
so.
Right,
Couldn't
okay.
tell you how many minutes
Um,
second.
really?
I think you get this guy a haircut and a
You're
nice
wearing
shirt, and he's
watch
a good
and you
looking.
still checked your
It's
phone.
it's Beauty and the Geek. this guy's probably really attractive, and then chuck stuff on him.
Yeah.
So,
Look at his, he's cut as fast as well.
He is too.
Yeah, totally.
Rides his bike.
Yeah.
Drinks.
You want
I mean, he's an actor.
He just needs,
that's
he just
true.
needs glasses so he can take them off at the prom.
Yeah.
Glasses and pull the hair back. Like, let him pull his own hair back. Sorry. And like,
I'm a tech addict. We like
Yeah.
technology.
I think
go
we
for it.
decided
Go
we were
for it.
tech
I'm
addicts.
addicted to my phone,
Yeah.
but
Here comes the excuse.
no, it's a generational
It's still playful.
thing.
Yep.
I mean, we grew up with our phones. I mean, they're like part of us.
God,
They're
I've had so many of these
essential tools for our
conversations.
I could not agree more. You know, we are just so immersed in technology. People don't even realize it. We are
he
constantly
probably eats
interacting
bloody
with it.
Soylent
And it
or
goes
something.
far
This
beyond just
multi-fish.
phones.
Oh yeah, I mean, GPS, search
sort of that
engines.
shake?
My God, I'd be useless without all of that.
And take contactless payments, for example.
You're all busy. It's fine.
That has revolutionized
You're asking about Soylent.
economics of
Soylent. It's like a
It's like a
shake.
meal
The
replacement.
meal replacement
For
shake.
example,
Yeah.
back in the day, you would have
I wouldn't
to
call it a shake.
pull out your wallet.
Much more
get some
disgusting
coins
than
out,
that.
And pass
There
it
you
to
go.
the cashier, whereas I can now just go boop, and it's paid for like that. So I'd say these things here.
He's
are
definitely going down a
definitely-
very boring
Yeah.
path.
Yeah.
Change that subject.
Oh, she froze.
I think.
No, that's a listing face.
Yeah.
Change the subject.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
into tech, but not.
He keeps doing the thing where
The-
he
I
gets
can't-
too hard into
Yeah,
it.
and
Like,
I-
He's a bit
which is-
mansplaining about
Yeah.
tech as well,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not enjoying.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Change the
So,
subject.
sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock, so
You'd
maybe
invented
you should talk about something that's
Paywave, let him talk.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh shit, that was a bad move.
Tell me about your friends.
Oh no,
Well,
he's not gonna have any.
I met all my friends online, and
That's fine.
they're all from different parts of the world.
Sorry, I'm doing too much self-insertion right now.
Workstation cat as a hobby.
Oh, he's nosediving, but the game is forcing him.
1 minute to go, guys.
They're playing video game music. He's a nerd.
This has been an interesting. He's going to die
of virgin.
No, I haven't offended you in anything I've been talking
No,
about.
he was fine. He just got boring at the end.
And I hope I haven't offended you.
I'm still here, aren't I?
I mean, not for much longer.
Well, yeah.
We should make the last 60 seconds count.
Okay.
Kiss. Get under the table.
Extroverts deal with
Let
different
me have a sip
situations
of that
a lot
drink.
better than introverts.
Both of them?
So, would you say you're more
Yeah.
extrovert or introvert?
I've done it.
Question.
And you're not
Posher.
extrovert.
Come on.
In life,
Jesus.
people either favour one side of the spectrum over the other.
I mean, she's clearly an extrovert.
Yeah. Well, is she an introvert but an extrovert in certain situations? Because that's what I
True.
feel like.
I mean, you're right. It is not as clear cut as that, but
Mm.
the way the game has put her forward, she's either saying
It's
introvert
hard-
to make him
it's-
feel more, but
it's hard to
that
tell.
makes him more comfortable. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're a nice person. We could say introvert.
Yeah.
Is it because we're a nice person we can say introvert?
We can lie.
Because we're a nice person?
Correct.
All
But
right.
not, like,
I'm with you.
I'm definitely an introvert. Just the idea of someone you sitting
think
there
she's an
and me
introvert.
having to
Yeah,
talk to them
yeah.
makes a tiny bead of sweat drip down my armpit.
Oh my gosh, same. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
top under
Yeah,
here.
I think that's what he needed to hear.
I wondered what that smell was.
What, you bitch?
Really?
Holy shit.
Of course.
Yeah, good. She's joking.
I am so bad at reading when people are
Me too.
making a joke or being serious.
Doesn't matter when you're under the table, though.
Probably not this much, are we?
And your time is up for that day. Gents, your date is awaiting.
Don't tell me you enjoyed that.
No, I did.
Me too. Stay in touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the idea is everyone stays in touch, so you, at the end of it, you
Yeah,
have to make
I
that
think
choice.
there's a second round of dates.
Yeah.
At the band coder.
Thank you. And
And BANNED.
buy me shit.
No, BAND.
Okay.
Into a bit of
Oh,
music as well.
he did a fist pump as he left.
Okay, that was kind of
That's
cute.
sweet.
That was kind of cute.
But stupid, she's right there.
Yeah, you do a heel
Best one
kick
so
in the
far.
distance.
Of course, we're all going to say that, multi-fish.
Next
those
one's
Best one so far. I
Bash,
hate it,
lads,
but-
lads. Oh, there it is, the replay. Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you, Josh. That was awesome. Oh, so good.
Here for the interview. You been
Yeah, he's
along
a
with
character
that?
from
Not that
The
for beach guy.
Inbetweeners.
Really? What's a
This is the
holiday?
same guy, but he just went and got a haircut and come back.
Yeah.
He's been at a stag do.
What did you get up to today?
Lads,
Just played
lads,
some
lads,
five-a-side football
lads.
with the boys.
Lads, lads,
there,
lads.
Pretty knackered.
I just went to the supermarket.
Hopped on the train, we got pretty drunk.
I don't order online now, it's easy.
Yeah, of course. I've got to squeeze my fruits.
Why do you need to squeeze the fruits? What do you need to know about them? The names? Hi, I'm Lenny. I'm a lemon.
That actually is a good name for a lemon, though.
Lenny, shut up, mate. Get him a gin and tonic.
Hey.
Lemons and gin.
This guy's great.
I don't be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, the point is they're all meant to still be...
Yeah. I would watch a show led by him,
That
but I
was
wouldn't date him.
cute as hell.
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, it's got
He's
more
not an
nickname,
idiot.
right?
Yeah, he's a character. He's like, he's keeping up with her, and we know she's witty.
Laughing
That's
seal.
it.
Oh,
No, it's a love story, leave it.
Oh, don't leave me guessing. At least give me some options.
You're an option.
So are you.
Yeah, fair.
I like him.
I don't like people like him, but I like him.
Yeah. Yes.
In the context of this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is your halfway
I
warning.
think they're all
guys. 3 minutes
written
to
by
go.
someone who's
I know,
charming.
flies the day.
So have you got any nicknames?
So they're all charming.
No,
Yeah.
but my name is already sort of a nickname, apparently. It means Michael in Russian.
Michael. I knew someone called Michael once.
course you did,
he
mate.
nicked my girlfriend in year 6.
I'm sure she could choose for herself.
Can I call you Mike? Any real nicknames?
That was great.
God, no one's ever asked me about it.
Man,
This guy's a fucking Lockstock character, though.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fun about him.
So come on, I ain't got all night.
Nickname.
My mate Ryan calls me Muggy Misha. I apparently mug him off a lot.
In the blue corner, the biggest rocket here tonight, Muggy Misha!
You practiced that in front of the mirror, didn't you?
100%. So,
I like him. I'm smiling.
Yeah, we all are.
this feels
Gonna keep the chat moving
this is
forward.
nailing the F on a
Down.
F doesn't
Dragging
stand for
up the bit,
film,
isn't it?
but it's
Yeah,
nailing like
times.
an enjoyable experience. Just watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
totally.
I feel like FMV a lot of the time is like, oh fuck, all right.
Yep.
Like I could just watch a
Skip,
playthrough of
skip,
this.
skip,
Yeah,
skip,
skip.
Are
Yeah,
we
straight
saying
up.
it's good, it's weak chat, or no? Josh?
Let's get an instant replay.
Josh, what the fuck did we do?
That's
Yeah,
all
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not as...
I think this was this about his
No, he's
like,
saying...
conversational skills and we're
yeah,
So
yeah.
if we're yesing that, do we want to neg him a bit?
Oh my god!
Blue corner, the biggest rocket here tonight, Muggy Misha!
You practiced that in front of the mirror, didn't you?
100%. So, did you do any exercise?
Do we need
Oh,
exercise?
it's exercise. Okay, never mind.
I'm just trying to keep the
This is
chat.
right.
Oh, but we can say that's weak chat. Throw that at him. He'll take it.
That's all you've got.
What was wrong with that? What do you want me to ask you about? You look down sex, or you look down dog walking, or you look down shopping, or...
Ding, 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 we have a winner.
Sold to the guy with the average chat. Uncool, uncool.
Some make
Fucking amazing.
He's great.
I'm going home with him.
I want to marry this man.
For the sake of a video game, fucking
I'm
go.
going home
Yeah.
with him.
It was in Turin, in Estonia.
I hate this.
Travel. You what?
I hate this man.
I mean, yeah, I hate people like it.
Yeah.
right?
So we had to see what all the hype was about. The second night was an absolute madness.
Oh, madness. We're on the
all in
cams.
all seats, right? And the groom had to wear this mankini. By 5 p.m, he was absolutely battered. But after a little tactical vomit, we
Oh,
were
it was a
able to
chumda?
It cut.
I mean, the story sucks.
Yeah, but
So-
we keep listening because of the...
No, but this story sucks. The banter was better. So you say you don't want to know, and
We've
he'll
cut-
be like,
we've
he's
cut
got a
him
thick
off a
skin.
lot.
Yeah, I kind
Yeah,
of.
that's
Yeah,
fine. He
yeah.
loves it. He
Yeah.
loves it.
Oh yeah.
Bash, I'm sure you had a great time, but I really don't think I need to know where this is heading.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's like a happy-ish ending.
Happy-ish ending.
Not like that, no.
Let's just talk about something else, shall we?
Oh, we've got the video game music.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just
That's the
1
bad music.
minute.
We
So
shut
we'll
him
be
down and he
wrapping
wasn't
up
happy.
Very
Yeah.
soon.
Did
Seems
the right
like we might be
thing.
drawing to a close.
You sick of me already?
Definitely. You seen anyone you like, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah. What about you?
You didn't answer me properly.
What more do you want from me?
I don't know, some more detail? Names, maybe?
Nope,
Oh,
no
yes.
names necessary.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have seen a few hotties.
Hottie.
Yeah? Alright, show me. Oh, don't be like that.
Like what?
She's trying to make me jealous.
We're both crossing arms.
Oh, whatever, man.
No one's doing this though.
And your time is.
He's genuinely
up for that
feeling
day.
something.
Gents, you'll be
As in
moving
now he
on
feels
to
bad,
your
like
next
he doesn't-
table.
No, he's like...
He's felt an emotion.
What?
Meet you.
Shit.
Oh.
If we had let him finish his story...
Oh, so we ruined one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
What's
knew
the end of the
the
night
answer
already?
was to keep listening.
Yeah. Wow.
I knew it. God
That's all right.
damn it.
Did
We
the right-
treated Bash too hard. Thanks for fucking that up, guys.
Fuck.
You would never.
Oh, Pete's heart's broken.
Yeah.
He's the perfect man.
I wouldn't give my vows to a man called Bash though.
For the
You can-
podcast,
that's a
the
nickname.
Miserable Millennial Book Club.
Yeah,
Call him Steve.
So
He
for
wouldn't
you,
let you
it's
call him
this weekend.
Steve.
Oh, I'm just waiting for my mate to finish. Yeah. You?
I prefer to do things.
Is this
solo.
a
this
surprise
a
date?
surprise date?
We're both reading the same book.
Considering all
We've said we're not there.
shorts.
We're waiting for a
I don't
friend.
really have a choice.
Although, can I just say, bold choice to wear a beret to
Yeah,
speed
yeah.
dating and a book and beret combo.
Yeah.
And
Bash knows how to bash.
we didn't bash.
You guys pissed off the good guy.
Me too.
I'm the same, actually. I like taking myself out for a meal or a spa day or a weekend away.
Or a spa weekend away.
Mate, stop.
Best buds. Or more.
I'm Hazel,
Yeah,
by the way.
Gus, Jesus
Me too.
Christ. It's
My
a dating
absolute
game.
favourite thing to do solo, which I totally recommend. When you've got this. You can lean back, switch your phone off for if you
There's a
want.
great Reddit called Sephora and her friend.
Great mood.
It's just like people going like, look at this, these two great friends, and they're clearly a couple. It's like, no.
Movies. What do we like?
All right, well, what genre would
We read books.
Horror, thriller. She's definitely into horror.
I really love horrors and thrillers.
Not like psychological and supernatural stuff.
Yeah, like stuff that gets under your skin.
But you're not a serial killer, are you?
I mean, you're the one who spoke to me.
Oh!
Wow, nice.
Funny! Arsehole. I am so sorry. I meant that with affection.
I better not make you mad then.
So,
Cute.
how was the speed dating?
It was fun. Unpredictable, but yeah, fun.
Did you meet anyone sexy?
Is that word still in circulation?
I might bring it back.
Bash.
Why not?
I met this one guy, but it's too soon. I don't want to talk about it.
It's nice to feel that way, isn't it?
Fresh chemistry feeling. Yeah, it's been a while since I felt that too.
Yeah, you
We
should try
broke Peter's heart.
That's really isn't my style.
speed dating.
Not this kind of
Gonna
speed
make him
dating.
love it.
Because she likes.
This is your 3-minute warning, guys.
That's what that insinuated, right? She said, I don't like this kind of speed dating.
Yeah, it's the last date of the night,
Yeah, I
so,
think so.
I'll be off to meet Ryan soon.
In that case, let's get you a drink for the road. It's 2 for 1 until the event ends, so that gives you about 2.5
Alcohol.
minutes as of now.
Oh, hell's bells, let's do it.
Yeah?
These are all great actors,
I'll
by
order.
the way.
Yeah, they're
Couple
awesome.
of G&Ts, it'll be
What's the
quick,
script
won't
as well?
Oh, I think
Like,
we
it's
do
well
better
written.
with what little time we've got.
It's
ad-lib.
really good. Oh, they're
Shots.
just on a date.
Shots.
Bannerman.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Shots!
What is it?
And this stuff's cool.
Well shot too.
Yeah.
No,
That's a bit of representation too.
no, neither.
Bash. I meant she's an amputee.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
her,
is she?
her left arm is.
Oh wow.
So, Hazel.
Wait, how do you. Did they show that, or you just haven't seen it yet?
Hazel.
No, she's put it
No,
up.
they showed it.
Oh, no.
No, it's out of
Hazel,
frame,
you're
Nick.
right,
You see the camera. I can't see.
Nothing
I'm glad you-
exists.
I can't see the
Nothing
whole box.
exists out of frame.
Fucking hell.
Explains why you're such a people person then.
Oh dear.
I believe you missed that reveal, Gus. I cannot believe that.
Someone had to.
Speed date if you want.
Oh, fucking hell.
No, that was an option.
I
We
think
calling
we're
this a
agreeing.
date?
I think we're calling this a date, right?
Yeah, we're calling this a date.
Multi-fish object demonstration.
Oh,
As much as I love doing things solo, I need a partner in crime now and again.
is this it? Is this where the game ends?
Yeah, it's more of a PA
Like-
role, really.
Is this
We just go home together and
Yeah.
have a date again, yeah.
like?
What was the question?
Oh, man.
Cat is saying yes very loudly.
Yeah.
so
I don't know if they're still
assume-
reacting to the last one, though, because I was yes, call a date, yes, agree. Just say
Just say
yes.
yes.
Oh, are we
Yeah.
calling this a
Yeah.
date? Yes. Yeah.
Well, no, we did that one already.
Yeah.
And then this is another one.
Nice.
This is catch up again.
That is time, everyone. Hopefully see you at the next one.
Yes, just say yes.
At Hazel X1.
Yeah.
You can hit me up there.
Got it. Bye, Hazel.
Never should. You should.
That's
never,
the most, like,
Hopefully.
that's the most...
Chemistry.
Enjoy that
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, it also wasn't
It
set
was-
up, so that adds to a little bit of it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's not the make or break,
Yeah.
but it does in
Yeah.
the.
Come on.
Now go hook up with Ryan.
They're in the same bed.
You were super intelligent.
Hang on.
understand half of what he said, but he was really lovely.
All right.
Okay, so maybe you might see him again?
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Okay, nice.
So Ty came in his motorcycle leathers, holding his helmet. He is what you would call a bad boy.
And how do you feel about...
First guy was still nice, but kind of forgettable now. Literally,
I dated a bad boy before, but it sounds quite exciting.
You want to go to the dark side, don't you?
They have cookies.
Well, then go.
Bash. Well, firstly, he's called Bash, which tells you everything you need to know. Do you know what? He was really charming. He had
Peter?
really great banter.
It's the best.
In a really
Bash is
good
the
way.
best.
He had a slightly funny haircut, but we'll let
It
him.
was a funny haircut, but I was just like, that's just a modern
You didn't
haircut.
see that. You were
He was
lost
kind
in
of
his
sweet. I just don't think we're each other's types.
arms.
It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, no, I agree, yeah.
Jake was really lovely. He was a teacher.
Jake
He
first
had
guy.
some nice shirts.
So he's a nice guy.
He's a really nice guy. He's so sweet.
Could you see there being a second date?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Oh my gosh, there was Hazel,
Okay.
who I met at the bar by accident. We were reading exactly the same book. We had the same interests. She was really fun. She wasn't even meant to be there.
So she hadn't signed up for it?
No, she was just in the bar.
Okay, so she sounds like it went well.
It went really surprisingly well.
Okay, nice.
So did this
I
game.
like an Hazel.
That's great too.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, should we see what the choices are?
So,
Yeah. You'll see what the setup for kind of the next stage of the game is.
I have a few
Which I think is
I hope they don't make us play through Orion's before. They must, like, it's fresh in our minds.
Send them a message.
I wonder if the thing we saw was like someone had
Pinky swear.
just played her whole story
about
and
you?
then
Tell me
played
about you.
come
And
back
story.
and play the other-
potentially, yeah.
yeah,
Maybe.
that doesn't just flip.
Phones are out.
Is this?
Um,
That's the app. Just booted up an app.
Oh no, Bash.
Literally just select
No,
a
Bash.
second
It's
date.
Ty,
And you can pick two
Coda,
dates.
Hazel,
Ah.
and Jake.
I mean,
Jake
look-
doesn't have a
No,
picture because he's
of
not
course
on
not.
socials.
Lock in Hazel.
Hazel for sure.
Hazel for sure.
Yeah, and then
Do you have to pick two?
There's two. Yeah, there's two choices.
I mean,
there are no choices.
Yeah, there's only one choice.
There are no correct choices.
because there's no Bash.
No, yeah.
Where the fuck is Bash?
No.
We didn't get his dates. He left.
Yeah.
He didn't
left
like
in a
us.
half.
Because you made me not listen to his vomit story.
We did the right thing.
I don't even care anymore.
Bash or pass.
Bash or pass.
Fuck. Well done. Just pick Hazel and
So we can see their story.
Oh, cute.
It's very nice.
Don't cling to a mistake.
Mhm.
Yeah. White
Yeah,
woman.
white woman's Instagram.
White woman Instagram.
Have the courage to be
We just like
disliked.
ask for a second date.
Cute. Okay.
I don't know. I think that's it. And then
Yep. So we say.
I've liked a thing. It probably says
Uh-oh.
Don't over like.
Oh no! Don't like that one as well. That's a shit one.
Yeah, that's terrible. A photo because
Cute.
that's the only.
Yeah, like her.
Yeah, that one's a bit of an average photo.
That one's nice.
That one's
yeah.
nice.
Good
I like
framing. Cool.
And
Yeah.
it's the latest one, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I haven't
that's it,
scrolled
yeah.
all the way to the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The back. Oh, I've liked. Okay.
They didn't do anything though. I think
I think you have to pick the last.
the second date bit as well.
Ask for a second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, it's got the message icon.
Can you
there.
go
Yeah.
next? You have to choose two.
Yes.
But we can
One
have
or
a
two
look.
selected.
Or we can have a
say
look at
none.
these people.
Jake has nothing.
Jake has nothing. Of course.
Amazing.
Jake is only you can only.
So
text
I mean, we're not going to play it. We could do just check Ty's
Yeah,
profile,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
On his bike with a beer,
Mm-hmm.
bit of suit. Love
That's
a
a
bit of
different
charm.
man.
Yeah,
He had
very
blonde
different
hair.
This man
man.
doesn't program anything.
He had blonde
Takes
hair.
No, this isn't the programmer. This is the dickhead with the motorbike helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who had
Oh,
blonde
right,
hair
right,
when he
right.
came
Sorry.
in.
Yep.
So we're going to see
I'm
him at
with
the
you.
hairdresser? No.
Nah, he flies a lot.
I mean, click yes on this.
He
just
travels,
because it
though.
would be
Well,
interesting if we
let's have a
played
look
it.
at the other
I feel
one.
like
Oh,
it will
yeah,
lock us
true.
out if we don't.
Coda.
Yeah.
What's Lucas?
Lucas.
He's got. Oh god.
Okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's right.
A shit
Oh,
coffee.
okay. I like him more and more.
His hair there is cool.
That's a better hairstyle.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
lighting.
But,
Nah.
yeah.
Nah.
Computer says no.
Not that we're gonna do it, but we might as well.
It's gotta
Click
be
Ty
Ty.
just to see what the
Do
game
we-
does.
do we like- this is
I
the
wish it
most.
was Bash. Imagine if we were Bash.
What would Bash's photos be?
man.
Oh, if anyone's played this and has Bash's profile,
Yeah.
chuck it up on the
Such
Discord.
boring,
Love to
yeah.
see what that is.
All right.
So,
See what happens. When we
does
ask for a
this
second date.
go for it? Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to know, does the game
Oh, we're just straight into it.
Straight into the next one.
Yeah, okay. So do we want to...
Look, I feel like we could put a pin in this based on...
Hey, you. I've read that one too.
It's the same bar.
She dies at the end. No. Why would you say that?
There's such good banter. Like, it's like...
You've been here long?
Yeah.
Yes, actually. But I'm always painfully early. It's kind of my thing. What about you? What's your timekeeping like?
Oh, straight in with the analytics.
I've been staring at spreadsheets.
She's got very she's prickly in like a fun way. Like everything is either self or what's the opposite of self-deprecating? Just deprecating. Like every comment is the like, oh yeah, you know, it was murder, traffic, I got hit by a car, but I made it. And
it's classic British humor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. We might leave it there.
Yeah.
Because that was surprisingly entertaining and well acted and had a lot of depth to it. 10 Dates is the FMV game.
Yeah.
And it was part of the segment that we call...
One more replay.
They can't hear me. Before.
Show me Bash one more time, baby.
I mean, I have some more footage of Bash, but it's what I found myself, actually. Hang on.
You got the date?
No. But look.
Pete literally just raised out of his chair. We have more footage for Bash.
We're sort of looking each other, and to be fair, I was mainly the brunt of the jokes. And
they very clearly made the character off this video.
You've seen this?
Do not leave me out. So it's great fun all round. We got on the 6:45 down to London. Had some beverages on the train. The guy came down. He's like, "Would you guys like a drink?" We're like, "I think I will."
This is Bash, Pete.
It is 100%.
Lads, this is your guy. This is your guy.
He was so much better.
He was better. Bash was always better. But yes, that was a little bit of gameplay, a little bit of very good gameplay in a segment we called FMWE.
FMWE.
Nice.
In the reach for that one.
Can't believe we forgot that.
I know, so good.
It's so good.
Cool. Well, that's it.
That's the show.
That is the end of the show. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was heaps of fun. Nick, thanks for joining us again.
Of course.
Pleasure
anytime.
to have you here. Well, we're going to call on you many more times. Sure.
I would love to come back.
Got to name those cousins.
Hell yeah.
But we've also got to name everyone who helped support the show, who made the credit roll. And Peter, I believe it's your turn.
All right. I trust you.
Do it in your sexy, playful dating voice.
I can do it in the NinjaPyroo voice.
Yeah.
Oh, NinjaPyroo voice. Please. Yeah, that's the sexiest one of all. So we'll roll the credits. There we go.
Special thanks to all our patrons. The Mods, Gat, Syntax Error, Liz Dahlia, Sithcat, Phoenix O'Lion, Disturb778, Jex, Caboose, What the Shark, Snail XD, and Lord Shadowmare. We haven't fixed that. There's missing an eye.
Oh, on a flame grill bun.
Gus's Beard Wrangler is Dump Days.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
Apiarist/Baker is Honey Bun Bun. I'm about to pass out. Foot Lubricator is We Are Robots. The Foot Severer is Moth Captain. Costume Department is Oranishi. The foot remover of foot from Gus's mouth is Babbling Boffin.
We put it right back in the
Milner
bag.
for Wilner is Snail XD.
You got this.
Back Pocket Legal Team is BuriBuri. Head Technician, Kane Lavos. Scardy Groomer, Glowing Might. The Naming Department is Oz Naminator. Our best boy is Eva.
Can you do one of these? Give it a shot.
Our worst boy is... worst boy's EvilSpyBoy.
Alright, put a weird accent in.
Keep going! Our box boy's Boxy. Scotty Feeders is Super Studios. Scotty Breeders Slowpong. Scotty Wranglers Zeke. Scotty Fandangler Bifrost. Worm Wangler's Toxicorg.
He's back.
Peter's Cable Guy is Wolsey. Designer of Worlds, A. Timothy. Steph's Attention Grabber, Daisy86. Community Hot Boy, Nicrotex. And his Hot Boy, the Coastal City. The remover of sugar from Coke is Kaylee Kool-Aid. And the remover of sass is Sass.
We like to look like we're taking bites out of food.
Executive Show Canceller is Raj. House Band is Muso for Hire and MiddleCee. The Dinosaur Supervisor is Phil Tippett. The Bird Supervisor is Loki Cat. And coming up next, it's Love Island. Will they fuck? Probably. Stick around for 10 play.
Well done. Oh gosh, the vocal cords are paying for
dear.
that. Yes, thank you to all those people who help support the show, and thank you guys for watching. And if you'd like to support the show, you can do so because that's how we keep the lights on here. So you can head to backpocket.gg and find links to everything there that we make, that we create, but also help us out on the Patreon as well. You get the access to the Discord and a whole bunch of perks in there as well, including merch. Those backpacks, those tote bags are going out. The wear back one's the last tier, but if you want to get in the next wave, you got to get in there, get to the Patreon and sign up. And yeah, as Pete mentioned, Loki Cat sponsors the post show, so that's something you get access to as well. So if you feel like sponsoring, I can't match the camera tonight. I'm all over the shop. It's that one right there. No, it's still that one.
What? No, it's that one.
It is that one.
So what?
Thank you, presented by Loki Cat. And as we do, Loki Cat is a lover of fine scotches and cockatiels, fine cockatiels as well. So each week we like to describe him in the style of some wanky tasting notes from a bottle of scotch, something you might find at your Dan Murphy's. So this week, Loki Cat. I want to do the voice again, but I'm like, it's got to be to the nose. Loki Cat is peaty, chocolate with some red berry notes. A little bit of creaminess comes through without taking over. His finish is warm, lingering, spicy, and sensational.
That's great.
And that is disgusting. As is the post show, so if you want to stick around and watch that, thank you to Loki Cat. We'll be back next week. There'll be some different people on the couches, but again, Nick, thank you for filling in for the past couple of weeks. It's been lovely to have you here. And it's been lovely to have everyone here watching as well. We'll catch you guys all next week. Until then, back it out. Back it out. Back it out.